Good to see you. So I woke up this morning thinking, do I want to go Reaper? Do I want to go Sage? Do I want to go Palace? Do I want to go EO? I have too many options, and I decided, you know what? Last time we got to 2 weeks ago when I had the file ready, we got to 198. Do I still have the file? I don't. Yeah, to 198, and so we're almost there. We're almost there. So I thought, you know what, let's just go with Reaper and try to finish this. And next time you see me go Palace, it's going to be Sage, because I feel like I'm ready. I'm there. I feel like I'm almost ready with knowledge to clear on, maybe to clear, or at least to get really far on a healer. But yeah, I really want to try clearing a healer next, but yeah, it is what it is. Reaper is what I'm closest with, so let's go with that for now. How are you guys doing? About food. Oh, bye. Wait. Can I? Yeah, okay, good. Okay. Active FC. I thought you were there for a long time. Where do you... for a long time where? I don't know what I said. Ooh, I think I'm about to steal. See, I have a free steal. So we're gonna do that. I have used my... So this floor set is still a little bit easy. Like going in as a healer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have. I've had a file ready for a while. So the healer runs are the only ones that I haven't actually streamed so far. I did like a few healer runs last year, and with one run with each healer, everything except for White Mage. I tried Sage, I tried Astro, I tried Scholar. And I got pretty far with all of them, but I wasn't streaming these runs. It was more like I didn't think I was gonna clear. So I just wanted to see how far I can get and how does it even feel to play as a healer. So I was getting my Sage personal best at the only run is I think 177 or something like that. And with Astro and Scholar, I got to 186, 187, something like that. So it's pretty high, but I don't really see that as a prog, because I was spending items left and right. Why am I crying again? Well, I feel like I have to fix that. It's probably toggled to something I'm not supposed to be pressing. Yeah, we'll see. After this set, my avatar is gonna cry a lot tonight. I feel. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to check it after. Free steal is always nice, but it's more nice when it's on 181 and not now. So yeah, I've never actually progged healer for real, like to actually go for a proper clear. So I did prepare a Sage on 161. I also prepared a Red Mage on 161, and a lot of things I prepare, and then I actually only have time to do one prog a week, and here I am crying again. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to fix this like immediately, because I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm crying again. I'm literally crying again. I think it... Why am I crying again? I want to actually be crying. No. I'm actually crying. No, I'm actually laughing because I'm crying so much. Okay, I need to waste time trying to fix my avatar. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me try to fix this. Okay, first of all, remove that. Let me see. A doze off. Yeah, okay. So why are you, let me see, crying? Where is it? Cloud, Mentor, not that one. Sprout, not that one. Penguin Pat, not that one. Loading, not that one. Oh my god, I have so many things. Oh no! So many things! Okay, here, active hands, not that one. Discuss, not that one. Oh, where is it? Oh. Oh, hello, Eric. Good morning, guys. I am literally in the middle of a meltdown. Welcome in. I can't find it. Oh, no. Guys. Oh, there we go. Or no, that's a reset. Damn, it's not that one. Good morning, Eric. How you doing, guys? Welcome. Oh, there it is. Crying loop animation. Numpad 3. Screw that. Remove it. No more crying loop animation. There we go. So, apparently, numpad 3? Well, I wasn't pressing numpad 3. I didn't even have numpad 3 on my keyboard. What the heck? Oh, God. Welcome in, guys. I just started 161, and then what ended up happening is that my avatar just consistently was starting to cry, which I guess makes sense, but, you know, it also doesn't. Eagle, 5 months? What the heck, dude? Thank you so much. No, it's crying again. Why is it crying again? I can't do this. I'm crying literally again. What? Why is this happening to me? I can't do this. I can't do this. Not now. It's okay, guys. We're gonna spend the entirety of this set crying. I feel. I removed the toggle. It's not supposed to go off. What's going on? Why is it crying so much? Something is broken. Just a basic Saturday morning. I did not expect my meltdowns to be coming from here, but okay. Something is hella broken. Oh my god. We spent over 5 minutes on this floor. I've wasted like 3 minutes of my steel because of this, and I'm still crying. Okay, guys, welcome in. By the way, I don't know even what I said. It's always in the middle of a meltdown that I have visitors on my stream, and then I don't give you any proper love. What were you up to, Eric? Oh my god, I am so pissed off at my avatar. Crying loop expression. Can we just like remove it forever? Why is it here? Why is it here? Please. Oh no. Crying loop animation. It's just... Wait a second. Crying... Can we remove that? Please? Thank you. Like, I don't know why. Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Probably gonna happen again. I don't know why. Tell us a sad story. If it happens again, I'm gonna start telling sad stories. I've never had this issue before. We constantly find out new issues. New issues for streaming on my stream. It's happening again! Why? 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 Does it happen when I press 3? Yes, it does. But it's not even... Okay, just a second. If I put a different toggle, maybe. Crying loop animation. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna actually cry. Just a second. Not that one. I think that's the only thing that, but it doesn't even have anything set up. That's so weird. Can we just like make a, I don't know, toggle like, I don't know, here? What? Oh, here. No, it won't work. Plus, come on. Okay, never mind. Print. There we go. Fix that later. Oh my god. Okay, I really need to focus on the run. I did not, like... what if I press 3 now? Is it still gonna cry? It does. So this is definitely something that's broken in YouTube Studio. Because... every time I press 3, which is my infernal slice, I start crying. But it's not set up like that. Oh... And it doesn't toggle on and off either. It's so bad. Oh no. Okay, we finish this lore set and then I try to reset my face. Yeah, it's 3. I found out the button, but it's not supposed to be that. It was set up as numpad 3, which is not even I don't even have it on my keyboard. I don't have the numpads. So I used to use my external keyboard for my numpads, but it doesn't work right now. So something is really off there. But in VTube Studio, I had it set up as my numpad, and now I removed it and I put it to another keybind, but it's not working. It's still 3. That was a sad story. You know what? I will tell you a sad story about how I died on 198 last time. Oh my goodness. It's just... always some problems. I don't know how to avoid this. Do I just not use Infernal Slice ever on this floor set? Oh, Infernal Slice makes me cry. When I cry. Okay. What if I click here? Okay, so clicking will work. I have to just click the button. I'm gonna become a clicker to avoid crying. I'm gonna cry. Oh no! So, anyway, this is the Prime Deep Dungeon content you've all signed up for. I have to click the Infernal Slice. Click to win. This is where you heard it. Oh my god, I have a feeling. I hope, I kind of starting to hope that this run doesn't clear, because it's always the most skewed runs ever that do clear, and then I put them on my YouTube for like, so I can remember them forever, and then this is what I would have to remember forever. Clicking through the damn 162 floor set. Oh no. That could be a challenge run though, clicking all the abilities. I think that would actually be a proper challenge. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna have to reset VTube Studio or something. There's something awfully weird about this. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna... If I can't fix it in the between the floor sets, I'm probably just going to have to cry for the remainder of the run, because I'm not clicking Infernal Slice on 195. It's just not happening. Oh my god. Anyway. I don't even know why I have crying loop animation. What if I remove it from the assets? Then it can't load, right? Are you gonna see me, Croc? Yes, you are. If you go this way. Damn. Come on, dude. Okay. So I actually have to speed up now because I've lost quite a few minutes just trying to figure out why am I crying. Which is, you know, it's a casual Saturday morning, but not what you want in Palace of the Dead. Insert click only. Oh my god. Oh. The crying nose, the crying nose, the clown nose actually is just working out fine for my mental state in Palace usually. Oh Lord. It's okay. Let it all out. Oh no, not the Anzu. I wonder if I can kill an Anzu with the Reaper without Infernal Slice. Bring all kinds of emotions. That's true. That is true. Oh, no Infernal Slice for you. Going for Necromancer, honestly, outside of like Eureka because of community reasons, has been, just as content-wise, has been the most fun content I've done in this game for sure, because it tests so much of your like capability to adapt to situations, and trust me, you're gonna be bad at it at start. Like, we are all bad at things when we first start out at them, but then you know, do it more, and you progress, and you kind of start making better decisions. And it's not like one of those classic situations where you're just learning the rotation and the dance of the fight and do the same thing over and over and over. Not really. Every run is different, every situation is different. Even if you start recognizing certain patterns, it's still very different, and you can very much I don't know, feel yourself grow as a player. I think it's a really, really fun piece of content that we need more of in this game. It's difficult, but in a very fun way. I don't know. On the other hand, I'm the type of person that doesn't really find... Oh no, I'm crying again. I forgot to click. Doesn't really have a lot of joy in re-clearing savages and stuff like that. It's not very fun for me. This is a very chill song for where we are at right now in the process. And mom, just one more set. Getting addicted to my clicking rotation? No! Guys, don't do this. Don't click Infernal Slice. I'm only doing it because if I don't click it, I start crying. It makes sense. Look, I click 3 and I cry. I'll reserve that for later, for Behemoth, for Godfather. MSQ recently just finished getting a racing chocobo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. It took me a long time to get Necromancer, but it's something that you can really easily kind of fit in between things because you are doing it solo. So, and you're doing it in batches of 10 floors. So you don't actually have to go all at once, right? You can do 10 floors, 20 floors, whatever. Take breaks, watch people learn from runs. And, you know, it's gonna take a little while, but it can definitely be, like, squeezed in between other stuff until you are ready to fully focus on it. And for me, I remember it was also very specific that I was kind of rushing to get the title before the expansion comes out, and I couldn't make it. But I was very close, but I couldn't make it in time for Endwalker. And then I took a break, like a full-on break of 3 months or something. And then I came back in and cleared on a second attempt. I just needed like a little warm-up run and then I cleared. So all the knowledge you retain it quite well, and sometimes you really do just need a break. Accurate Behemoth rotation. You have to weave in the crying GCD. You know what? You're actually right. You're actually right. I've cried on Behemoth so many times. Out of joy and also out of pain. I have literally raged and cried on Behemoth many times. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Cordell. Oh no, it's Vivre Town. So Vivre Town. Okay, it's also Gloom. I think I'm gonna get a lot of damages from this, so I'm gonna try to do something morally ambiguous and spin it a little bit. You don't see anything. You don't see it. I'm bad at this. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need help with my clicking rotation. Oh no. Okay, so I want to check that chest, but the croc is really likes this doorway. I kind of hope that this is a steal. Okay, it is a steal. Cool. I was 100% sure of that for some reason. Okay, I have to get these vivres out of the way. Oh my god, I was hoping it's a steal so I can clear these guys out more easily. I wish that worked on higher floors though. Sometimes, yeah, maybe it's because of my crying. So I have some technical issue. Look at this. If I press number 3 on my keyboard, I start crying. It's not supposed to, but I'm crying now. It's sad. Everything is sad. So basically, I have to be clicking number 3 with my mouse. It's horrible. I feel so dirty when I do it. It's just horrible. Anyway. See, I was hoping that this is now a mimic because you said mimics take mercy on you. However, oh shit. It's okay. It's not really okay. I was supposed to meme the meme dino, but... Okay, I'm gonna have to... Will I? Are you stunnable? Yes, you are. No, I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying again. Panic crying. Okay. Dual pulling on Reef. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I have to get out of here. We also spent some time me trying to figure out why am I crying and fixing it. So I'm kind of lower in time where I would like to be. But okay. How about you turn around? I give you 10 seconds, otherwise I slice you up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good boy. What is this? Oh, 7 remake. Yeah, I put some new songs onto the playlist. Kill him anyway? No, poor dude. I have to use up my steel better. Murmur. So we can all, it's all fun and games while we are still in 160s. This floor set is kind of chill. But when we get to the next floor set, there is no way in hell I'm not pressing 3 on my keyboard. There is no way in hell. So we either have to fix this in the brink, or I'm just gonna be crying for the remainder of the run. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense due to the mental state I usually am on that part. But yeah, I appreciate the lyric. What did I say? Lyric. Eric is now lyric. Okay. Let me kill the meme dino. Can I meme the dino? Meme the dino? There we go. Oh no, I unmemed the meme dino. Never mind. Strength. I have a bit more of it. I'll use it before we leave the floor. Oh, guys. How are you doing, guys? Everybody who I haven't asked before, well, after the first, like, 5 minutes, I have kind of been just screaming and crying for the remainder. For the last, what, half an hour, I've just been screaming and crying, so... If you've entered the stream in this time frame, I'm sorry. I mean, I can't say that it's not usually like this. No. I got stuck in a wall. I'm gonna try to meme dino the second dino. What am I even doing? Oh, no. I'm crying again. No. Mom.
A test of your reflexes.
I've done some questionable things in this 5 floors. But okay. Reaper is strong. That's why we can do it. Can you turn around now? Oh my god, I'm so tired of asking you guys to turn around all the time. Thank you. Need step chat to step in. Did you see that jump? I literally got stuck in an invisible wall. I'm so upset at myself. I had a master plan. It would have looked so cool for me to just dash next to that dino and for him not to see me. But no, I get stuck in the first little part of the wall. Oh, that was so embarrassing. Anyway. Triceratops does hit quite hard, but we have steel and strength, so we're fine. The only reason why I wasn't worried is because, you know, meme dinos are kind of easy to deal with, and I have strength and steel, so they're not going to be doing that much damage anyway. I see only Archaeosaurs in sight. I don't normally like to fight them a lot. They kind of tend to hit hard, I don't know. On melee at least. But again, I see only dinos, so I'm pulling them while I have steel running. And then we have a burb. Burb is definitely gonna die. There it is. Like this is oh I see. Not on mine. There are some really good deep dungeon runners that spend more time talking about this. I believe Finn Bezel has like a tier list of his own personal preferences. I would recommend checking Finn and Angela's channels on YouTube, because they have runs with every job as well. What I can say is that I think it's a lot about the personal preference. Like statistically, most clears in Palace specifically, I feel, are going to Machinist and Warrior these days. Maybe Dark Knight is also kind of climbing that ladder, because since the Living Dead, I personally really enjoy Dark Knight. And while I think Warrior is a bit safer on the floors because of raw intuition, I think Dark Knight is really fun, and the Behemoth push is kind of easy now with the Living Dead changes. But, you know, statistically, it's probably a Warrior, Machinist, Dark Knight that are kind of stepping it up. However, all of the jobs have cleared in Palace so far. Even some of the classes have cleared in Palace so far. So it's all possible. It's just a matter of, you know, how your play style is, and like how much you like to kite, or how much you like to play it a little bit like I don't know, slow and safe, steady and slow and safe, you know. I personally really enjoyed I really enjoy physical ranged here, because you can kite a lot of enemies. You can be like attacking them from afar. You're not gonna get punished with that in Palace specifically a lot of the times. Oh my god, we have a Mimic and a Mimic. No! Yes, now I'm crying. Deliberately, I'm crying. Weight classes, yes. There is actually like every Wednesday evening, you're gonna find Aurora Moon on Twitch doing Conjurer runs. They're trying to clear, and they're getting to like 199 very consistently. It's a lot of fun, and one of these days we're gonna get another Conjurer clear as a community. It's gonna be very, very dope. So yeah, everything is possible as long as you want to put effort into it. And yeah, as I said, I like physical range because you can kite a lot. Healers I also like because, yeah, I wasn't gonna wait you, because you're pulling multiple enemies at once. Like you are too slow to pull one by one all the time generally, so you're pulling more than one enemy all the time, which is not something you normally do in Palace. And you're kind of living on the edge, but at the same time you're, I don't know, able to heal yourself a lot, and I find that a lot of fun. I know a lot of people like Raid Mage. I personally find it a bit too slow and dangerous at some point, so I don't enjoy it myself. But it's one of those things where, yeah, you're gonna have a personal preference. As you said, you have tanks. I think going with a tank is really, really cool. One thing that you're going to have to look into is the landmine plays on the next floor, on 171 to 173. You're gonna see me do this a little bit, but as a tank, you can do a lot with landmines. Oh, what is this? Yeah, I need to find the exit, but let me Let me use the steel. I think I have to pass through that treasure room. That's why I'm pulling really quickly. Particle beam, let's go. So many birds. What is this floor? Okay. Just a second. There's like at least 3 patrols that I've seen. There's a treasure room. There's a whole bunch of proximity enemies I have to take care of. And I have no idea where the exit is and what way I have to clear out the way. Let's do Paladin. Yeah, I think Paladin is definitely at the moment, the weakest tank. As I said, Warrior or Dark Knight. As a first-timer tank, I would recommend one or the other. For me, Warrior was feeling a bit too slow in majority of the run. Like, it's just a personal preference again. I found it very slow on the floors, and at this point I'm kind of bored doing lower floors unless I'm doing a little bit of scoring. Okay, we found the exit. I didn't stun the Mukin in time, so I'm just ignoring it for a bit. So yeah, I liked Dark Knight felt a bit faster for some reason, and again on Behemoth, Dark Knight feels super comfy, while Warrior, not sure about that. Oh my god, I'm crying again. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way, Nero. I love your name. Oh my god, I'm crying again. Ah. Anyway, kind of felt Fire Nation divided. Reworking, yeah, it does. Dark Knight used to be a very difficult on Behemoth, like very, very difficult. But now with Living Dead change, it healing you up so much. It's just a lot. Like, it's super comfy. Behemoth is one of the hardest. It's like probably the hardest fight of all the fights in here, other than Godfather. You're gonna. Okay, so let me see what I missed. By the way, I keep messing up Behemoth and something up on Paladin. Bard took me less attempts. Really? Oh wow. Yeah, I'm a bit scared of Paladin there because I don't normally play Paladin either, but ugh. Yeah, I'm so scared of Bard as well. But we'll see. I think probably the worst choices you could go for are as your first job. It's again possible, so if you really want to, you can. But probably the worst choices you can go for are Astro, Bard, Paladin, and Black Mage from every like roll thingy. I don't know about melees though. Like so far, melees I've tried. Maybe Monk is probably the hardest. Also, like it's a good job, but the fact that it doesn't have a range ability is going to make it harder for your first attempt because you cannot go into the rooms and pull because of the traps, right? Unless you know where the traps can be. So this is something that I wouldn't recommend for your first attempt because you're going to be learning about the traps and everything, the layouts of the rooms and stuff, and what enemy can be pulled like this. I would say that the best resource is Angelus's Discord. I'm actually going to link it. I should prepare a link for that. Angelus's Discord is more well, Deep Dungeon Discord, I think it's great. I do think that Deep Dungeon solo Discord, okay, there it is. This one. That's by Angelus Demonus, and like it's focused around solo runs specifically. There is a whole community of solo people who are doing stuff there, and I highly recommend that one. Yeah, and you're gonna find a lot more knowledgeable people there compared to me. I am still very much in the kind of middle wave. I would say I'm not a newbie anymore. I do have a few clears, but I'm definitely very, very far from being an expert. So whatever I'm telling you here, just take it with a grain of salt, because it's all like personal preference and what I hear from others. But you're gonna see a lot of other advice in that Discord as well. Yeah, and also there are a lot of videos linked there. I highly recommend watching other people do their runs, either on Twitch or, you know, YouTube. Oh, purity. It's fine. I'll just keep it. Fox Gaming. What was I gonna say? So yeah, 2 bosses in here that are going to have, like, you will have problems with. One is Behemoth on 180. The other is Godfather on 190. Those 2 are, you're either going to have a problem with one or the other. I find that some jobs are struggling a lot with Behemoth, because you need like it has a tight enrage kind of mechanic, and you need to line up your attacks perfectly and prepare it and get it to exactly 15% or something, or close to that. So it's like very technical, and like on a melee you're gonna see that I won't have a lot of issues, because my damage output is quite high, so I can kill it in time. On a healer, you will not have problems with that boss at all. You don't even have to prep it, because you can heal yourself as many times as you want. But on other jobs, you need like a specific type of preparation, which is going to be the difficult part, right? And I have never felt in this game so nervous, and like my heart rate would get up to 130, and you see it now, it's 90. It's usually like between 70 and 90 for me, as far as I'm seeing these runs. But on Behemoth it would go like, I would think I would die. I would actually shake in that fight, and it would kill me, you know, the nervousness would kill me during that fight, because of how tight it is on some jobs. But then there is Godfather on 190, which is a lot less technical. It does have some mechanics. However, it hits really, really hard. So on a tank, for example, you're going to have a harder time on Behemoth, but easier time on Godfather, because it just doesn't hit you that hard. However, on a melee, you're going to have an easier time on Behemoth, but harder time on Godfather, because it hits you really hard. So you, like, half of that fight for a melee is survivability. So it really depends, in my opinion, to like how you like to play. And this is why I think Dark Knight is a solid choice as a tank, because Behemoth on Dark Knight is probably the easiest Behemoth you will get on tank right now. Maybe someone can tell me that I'm wrong, but I really feel that right now with the Living Dead change, I think it's easiest tank on Behemoth. And Godfather on tank is it's okay. It's like, it's still not an easy fight, but it's definitely way more comfy than anything else. Isn't too bad. Behemoth on the strongest jobs. Yeah, exactly. Like Machinist, I don't know, Red Mage, all of them are going to struggle on Godfather, and the melees are all, like, you need to do it very, very well. Survive. That's basically like survive and have time for it. Oh wow, 198 disconnect. Yeah, that's, oh my god, no, that's horrible. That's the worst way to go. I would take dying on floor 131 from a, I don't know, Charybdis opposed to disconnect anywhere. Oh, alteration. Maybe we get a mimic boss. Okay, so we're gonna get to the harder floors in a bit. I mean, this is already pretty difficult, to be fair, but once you run, that's the thing, you have to run these plays a lot of times to get very comfortable with it, and the more comfortable you get, the more easier it's going to be. For me right now, 161 to 170 is probably the comfiest of the sets. All above 100, this is probably my comfiest set. It's like super cozy. This is why I like starting the stream here. It's kind of, I don't know, we can just chat. But the next set is gonna be, I'm gonna be bricking it, especially because I have to actually fix my avatar. Welcome in, thank you for the follow. So yeah, if you've noticed me clicking number 3 since you've entered, let's just go. I have 5 minutes of steel, so I want to use it for the boss. That's because my avatar starts crying when I press 3, and I'm just gonna do it now because I'm gonna cry. Anyway, I do not want to be pressing 3, clicking 3 while I'm dealing with this boss. I don't think that 5 minutes of steel is enough if I don't have strength for this boss, so I'm going to strength. Because I don't want to use another steel. I think I might need to, but we'll see. Okay. So this boss has a pretty set rotation. He now does electrogenesis. I have to walk out of it, and then he will do douse, and I will walk out of it. So about the worst floor sets, I believe that on its own, 181 to 190, it's probably more difficult. But for me right now, and I positioned it. Whoopsie. For me right now, it's still 191 to 199. Because I just don't have enough experience with that floor set, and I'm getting there with better and better items, which is helping. However, at the same time, I don't have enough experience, so I'm constantly forgetting what can I exactly do, how much damage does things do, how can I reso, what can I reso, stuff like that. It's just like I'm still very new at it compared to all the other floor sets that I've done a million times. You know, this one in particular is not this one. 191 plus is not very comfortable still. And that's only, I think that's only because of the lack of experience. And once I get enough experience, it's probably going to be 181 to 190. That's considered more difficult. Raji, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I'm just doing a boss. I'm crying. Don't ask. I'll explain later. I promise. I hope your stream went well. I have stopped by a little bit earlier and saw that you were gonna do some bozia, so then I ran away. How did that go? All jokes aside, I woke up really late today. We had some storm last night, and I had to, like, actually, I don't know, I went to sleep. Oh, I think I'm getting hit by this. Yeah, I am. I should pay more attention. I went to sleep kind of early, and I just wouldn't wake up because it was lovely and rainy. Anyway, I'm going to focus on the boss fight for a little bit because I don't think that my steel is going to be enough. And I've already gotten hit twice with douse because I'm not paying attention. So I'll get back to you guys in a second. Welcome in. We are crying today. Meltdowns are real. Oh my god. Time to rush it. I think I could do it. I think it's gonna be really scary, but I just don't want to use a steel. I don't want to use a steel. Mr. Reaper, do it. Slice. Do the slice. You do the spooky slice. Let's go. I'm not really good at Reaper rotation, not even at that level. On this level, that doesn't actually have any rotation. But, oh, you should have seen me, Neo. That was really bad. That was really bad. Okay, so yeah, I think we might be fine. We still have over a whole minute. All right, so yeah, what I'm trying to do, if I am thinking about it, is stand on its left, on a melee at least. Stand on the left and bait the electrogenesis here, and then I move to the right, so when he does the douse, I am able to go just walk in the same direction that I used to walk. You can go either way though, clockwise, counterclockwise, but I like it this way. I don't know why. Okay, we have 30 seconds of steel. We're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna be fine. Oh shit. That's third electrogenesis I've been hit with. Oh my god. You see, that's something that you can very easily avoid because this fight is super scripted, but okay. There we go. It's okay. Okay, enough with the crying. Alright, let me check up. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Okay, let me check out the chat. So, I see there's... Okay, so I think the most annoying... scary stats are 121, 141, 181. You know what? I personally really dislike everything from 131 to 150, and then... But like this time... Because I was having these computer problems for a few weeks, I kind of didn't want to go for scoring at all because I thought, okay, if I'm gonna lose a run to a blue screen, then I don't want to have all this scoring effort put in as well. So I was just kind of rushing to get to this point so I can prog. And without scoring in mind, I actually developed like a hatred towards everything from 50 to 150. I never had such a hard time putting in time to progress that set. I hated it so much that I went to my all to do Bozia from scratch just so I can prepare Reaper on that character to be level 81 so I can do EO on that character because I was like, I hate this. I really hate these pillars. Why are they here? There's so many. I don't know. I had a hard time. This is why it took me 2 weeks to prepare a Reaper again. But it's disgusting. But yeah, like for difficulty, I think 141 to 150 is kind of bad. Thank you so much for the follow. I love whenever I rant and then someone follows, I feel very validated. I don't know if that's what you were going for. But anyway, 141 to 150 I really dislike in general because of a lot of gargoyles, because of the caverns. I don't know, but 191 to 200 is currently the hardest for me still. I mean, hopefully it makes sense. What else did I miss? I see there's guides for bosses, but for items, is it just for them? I'm less in trouble. So, this is something that is a matter of a play style. In general, that you will find people who like keeping their items in many situations on 2 rather than 3. You will find people who like keeping them in 3 and then use them when overflowing, and just like use them situationally in certain points. There are some pieces of advice that we kind of like a community keep hearing over and over because we found that works sometimes the best, but it's really going to end up being a matter of your preference. I do recommend trying to... So what I personally use whenever I'm climbing, because the first like many floors are... You have a lot of floors in Palace, so I use them a lot. I tend to keep them at 2 before I get to something like 130. And then from 130 to 150, I'm attempting to fill my bag fully. After that, it depends on the job, but generally you're going to try and just like the most value goes to steel because this will give you a lot of survivability. and rage, because this is basically like a floor wipe. You can kill a lot of enemies really quickly, even though they're not normally killable or easily killable. And I don't know, flight is also good because it reduces your the amount of enemies you need to kill by a lot. So those, I think, have the most value on all of the jobs. And then there's also Serenity, which is removing the floor debuffs, which also has a lot of value. Everything else is kind of very situational. You're gonna learn to use it, and you will find advice about that in Angelus's Discord again if you need it. I'm going to actually make a command for this, but yeah, it's a really cool place, and you will also find the best advice if you ask specific questions. So if you have like a situation where you weren't sure what to use, or you are not sure what to use, you can ask there, and then you will get people who will tell you, you know what, in this situation I normally do this, or I normally do that, or I would suggest doing this. So I think that's a really good thing, because in general it's a very long dungeon and it's very RNG-ish, and it's kind of hard to give general advice. Thank you so much. I drew it myself slowly over the year. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, there are also some really cool other resources here in general. So you will find some logogram, oh my god. Can you tell what content I do the most? Pomander usage tips in both Meiji Guide and Aurora's Guide, depending on the job. And the 6 video guide is generally like red mage oriented, so maybe not for you because you said you're a tank. Okay, so we have a little break now because it's forced upon us. We have ads starting in 1 minute. So during the ad break here, we do have a little fun game to play in the background. If you're not seeing ads, you're going to start seeing these little emotes on a screen. So just a second, emote war game. Like whenever you write anything or specify an emote, you're going to get into the game, just like me and Shadow Shiver did, and basically fight with each other. We're gonna have a little 3-minute ad break, and then I will continue. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to fix my avatar. So I'm not gonna go to BRB screen just because I'll be here fixing it. But yeah, I'll see you in 3 minutes, and then I'll get back to any questions I haven't answered. Alrighty, let me try to fix this. Now, I think I have to turn off the avatar, like fully YouTube Studio. Jesus. Let's hope it fixes it. I don't know. I wanted to go grab some water. It is time. Okay. Nope, it's still... Fuck. Okay. Motion. Hey, Deathwish, thank you so much. We have ads going now, so I'm a little bit silent. Sorry. Sorry for crying. But I appreciate it so much. It's half a year, Jesus. Thank you so much. I think I just need to remove these 2 files for now. No, it's still... What the heck? I'm gonna reload the model. I'm gonna find my reload button or something like that. Ugh! Okay. That's really bad. Anyway, trying to fix this. I don't know why I'm crying for no reason whenever I press number 3, even though it's not key binded to that. Let's try it again. Oh, I think I fixed it. I mean, I say fixed it, but... Okay, it doesn't work anymore. Let's go. Okay, I think I fixed it. I fixed it by totally cutting out the animation expressions from the file. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be fixed, but I'll handle that later. Okay, so give me literally 2 minutes because I need to grab some water, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna hit a snooze here. Alrighty, seems like Shiro is the winner. Here we have a Titus laugh as a point reward. Ooh, I have to write this down. I'm actually... The one thing I needed to add is I think I'm about to steal. You know, the meme that I totally forgot about. Titus laugh. Okay. If you have more ideas, feel free to let me know, especially in the Discord, because I tend to forget. But I wrote it down. I will work on some channel point changes in the upcoming few weeks. So yeah, I can add that. Why not? Okay, let me just pop some food. Ha 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 ha. I can laugh like that if you want me to. Okay, I think that the crying is fixed. It's fixed very, very manually because I have pretty much like removed the files for the crying animation from the folder. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be fixed, but hey. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'll raising. It's a small floor resolution. Let me think about this. So normally these floors are really good for landmine plays, but I first want to see if I even have a landmine on this tiny of a floor. 10-hour loop video. Oh my god. No. I don't know why I'm harp maging you, but apparently I am. Okay, I want this snow clubs to pass. So on a Reaper, it doesn't really matter that much, but if I do see some landmines, I'm probably just gonna make smaller plays because I'm more comfortable with them, and I kind of don't want to use a raising. I don't know. Thinking about it. Thankfully, there are no landmines yet, so I don't have to pretend I know what I'm doing. Okay. That is also not a landmine. Oh my god. Are we really not gonna have a landmine on this floor set? Okay, you know what? I am gonna raising because we have monkeys later, and I am very adamant. Okay, there is a landmine. I'm very adamant that I want to do a monkey without steel. So I'm going to need I'm going to need some raising actually. Okay. Okay, I wish I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a little scared, even though this is probably the safest landmine you can get. I have Bloodbath. I wanted to have like a second wind or something. As I said, I'm not too great at this on a melee. Not a great at all. That was my only landmine. We have a Dalmel in the first floor. I had a strength, right? I think that was a strength. Was it? No, resolution. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, we just slice and then hopefully do more, like an actual landmine on the next floor. With witching and all. Yeah, just wanted to check. Okay, so from now on, I'm going to maybe focus a little less on chat. I might be missing some messages here and there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my very best not to, but... Hey, Zarin, good to see you. You once had a Dalmel fall on top of you? What? In the sea of clouds? I already thought here. Oh my god, that would have been funny. See, Zarin here does scoring runs, and I've been watching some of your EO scoring runs, scoring preps lately, and it's like insane. It's insane. How do you even do that in EO? Okay, I won't. But yeah, I mean, obviously, that dungeon is... I am amazed at like how little you're actually dying, considering how EO is with, you know, insta-deaths as soon as something hits you, as soon as something touches you, and how late it showcases everything. So yeah, that's props to you, my dude. I am pretty sure that one day, whenever you are like fully accustomed to EO and how EO does things, you're going to do some superhero things that nobody else can do because of you know, how you approach the dungeon. I think you're gonna be like just pulling everything all the time and everyone will be amazed. That's what I see in your future. Or at least I am already amazed. Anyway. I wish I had this thingy so I can return as well. Okay, I'm finally out. Finally out. Okay, so normally even if I don't do landmines normally as a melee, I don't have a lot of problems here, but with time. If I do landmines, then I usually get 2 attempts on Behemoth, so we'll see. This upcoming floor is flighted. I think we can exit in probably 1 pull, depending on what we get. Another flight. Ooh. Now I'm thinking maybe I don't even want to deal with it right now. Side. Okay, the game is like, no. You will do it. Okay, there's one here. It's alluring. Okay. Oh, we did it. I did it properly. Oh, I didn't actually hit the Dalmel though. That was not properly. That was not properly. Dalmel was too far. What the heck? I thought it was right behind me. Okay, well, that's a shame. As a fortune teller, I guess. No, I just think it's, you know, it's one of those things when whenever you start doing something, and this goes for anything in life, you're gonna be failing a lot because, you know, you're new at it, you're inexperienced at it, whatever. Like, the more you do it, the less inexperienced you are at it, and the better you're doing it. And then what comes also with experience is creativity, and those two things together, like experience, more flight. Oh my god, what's up with all the flight? Experience, creativity. You're gonna get, like, the more you do something, you just get so good at it that it becomes magical to watch for everybody else who isn't as experienced. And then, I don't know. I think the more you push yourself, the more you can kind of achieve. That's just how I see it. I'm doing very poorly, like, on these landmine plays, quote unquote, but it is what it is. Whee! Whee! Okay, so we have flight. I'll just use potion. Death Reaper was not able to do it. Yeah, it's not very consistent. With Ninja, I can do it pretty much consistently with Shikuchi, but this one is, I don't know, I feel like it's too slow to be consistent. I don't know if it's about speed of jump or like how you position it, but I don't know. Sometimes it goes off and sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. We have a treasure room. Of course we do. This is a Serenity, right? Yeah. Okay, so it's a flighted floor as well, I think. Oh, steel. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it so I don't have to return here. Oh no. Oh well. Oh well. I didn't think you'd see me. Thank God we have steel. I think I'm gonna be fine. I don't normally fight wolves at all. Like, at all. Unless they are landmine first. But yeah. But still, they're kind of comfy. I still have Bloodbath and Hyper Potion. Okay, I have to kill you. Okay, there we go. There's the exit. This is proximity, that's why I have to kill it. Otherwise, it's very easy. But I hope that all these other guys stay where they are because, yeah. Whew, thank you so much for this way to go. I also wanted that. Greed. Witching. I don't need it. Let's go. Okay, we have steel going to the next floor. Is this the music from a playlist? Yes, it is. But it's the Primals version. It's fun. Sorry, there's a lot of PTSD. Oh, another steel. Let's mark that for later. I was like, I'm adamant. I'm gonna do Sasquatches without steel, and then the game decides to give me all the steel in the world. Okay, this floor is not flighted if I remember correctly, so I'm just gonna fortune it. I actually don't remember. I think the previous two were flighted. I'm gonna cry if this one is. Because we did get 3 flights, but 2 of them were on the same floor, so it didn't count. Okay, so these swords are still kind of comfy, but then as soon as we start getting monkeys on the next one, it's gonna start being a little bit more spooky. Intuition. Thank you for reminding me, game. To be fair, this does look kind of empty. Oh no, this is my entry room. Of course it's empty. I'm just an idiot. Okay, hope I can kill this guy in time. If not, I'm gonna jump away. But I'm on melee. Should be fine. Should be fine. When my potion runs out, that's when it does the in range. So yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so that's a treasure. Strength. Whatever. Raising. Oh, so much worth it. So good. Okay, the game is giving me a lot of stuff. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared. So I'm not using the strength yet because there are some very easy enemies here, like Dalmails, where... But I have a strength and a steel replenishment. So before I leave the floor, I'm gonna pick them both up and have them ready for the next floor. The game's excuse. Honestly, the last Reaper run was also giving me like a whole bunch of steals earlier, and then there was like nothing on 191 plus. Nothing. It was disgusting. But we'll see. I also didn't play very best. I had some bad plays, if I remember right. I can't even remember what killed me. Is that weird? It was 2 weeks ago. I just can't remember. I can't remember anything. I wanted to see, like I wanted to go back to the video and watch what killed me because I don't remember, but I was not in the mood for cringe. Honestly, you know, it's watching your own like parts of your own run sometimes can be really helpful because you learn the best from your experience, but I have to be like muting it. It's so, I don't know. I only made sure to watch a few times earlier on when I was still struggling with sound issues a lot, so that I can kind of figure out, okay, do I have sound issues still or not? But once that's been sorted, I now just do not want to listen to myself. So if I go back, I just watch pieces to see like, okay, what did I fight? Did I have steel on? Did I have strength on? Oh, this is how it felt. Lies and slander? Never. I know. Okay, this floor was definitely not plighted. Thank you. I fortuned it, at least. I mean, we're still very comfy on time. And considering we have strength and steel for the next floor, it's gonna be really nice. So, my goal to exit this floor is to have at least 2 steals. I am probably not doing Behemoth without one. This was a strength. However, you know, if I have 3 steals coming into Behemoth, then I'm gonna be having 2 later, which is good. I forgot about you. I hope you don't turn around. No. Oh, that was so close. Lord. Okay, so yeah, anyway, I'm always struggling with steals later. Okay, let's get the Sasquatch out of the way while I still have... Well, he didn't eat his banana. Ow. That's with steel, dude. Chill. I'm trying to confuse him. He doesn't see me because of his big legs. Okay, there's more monkey. There's a gold. I'm gonna get you. So the monkeys are eating bananas, so don't pull them while they eat bananas. But I have stuff to fight. Just want to get out of here. Okay, next it's going to be a monkey unless a patrol comes our way. And I know I can stun this guy, but I want to keep my stun for the monkey. Okay, I saw an exit with a brief second. I'm gonna try to shield the tank buster. No, I was a bit early. Can I slow you down? Bro beat. Okay. See, I don't really need that gold, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to get it because there's a monkey here. Okay, let's get the bear. The bear that's in the key room. And moving away from the chest thumb. So the next is gonna be monkey. So yeah, what I really want to try is fighting monkey without steel. My idea is to go only with strength and only when I have bloodbath. Because on a melee, I feel like I don't really benefit a lot from strength. Not as much as I do from steel, right? So I always end up having extra strength. You. Actually, no. You. Because you're in a key room. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. Let's see if it works. If I will have any moment where I don't have strength. Steel, I mean. Although I don't want to do it, but... Okay, I'm gonna now check the chest and regret it. Okay, no, I won't. Yay. Let's go. I did say like 2 minutes earlier that I don't need to check chests because I have everything. But there we go. There we go. Okay, I have another monkey. Let's get him. Let's get him. Shield. Okay. Let's slow him down. I'm gonna heal up with my hyper potion a bit. Because of blind, this is now gonna take a little while longer. Yeah, that is really good, and that's what makes this job better for 190 compared to Ninja, I feel. Because Ninja also has a shield, but it's 2-minute cooldown, if I remember right. This one is 30 seconds, so you can basically shield every tank buster and more. It's like crazy good for that boss. It's still not super comfortable, but it's definitely more comfortable than Ninja. Can you come a little bit closer into the room, bird? Burb? Did I check this chest? No, I didn't. I saw a monkey and I pulled a monkey. Let's get rid of the bird first. I don't want to deal with the mimic and the bird at the same time, potentially. I have to find the exit. There are at least 2 more birds or 1. Oh, Serenity. Wow, I should have checked it. Okay. Let's remove the blind. Okay, yeah, I saw a monkey and I was like, pull, pull, pull. Okay, where are the birds now? Not that one. Should I try with an Anzu? I think the exit is in its different direction, but that other monkey is just eating. Ow? I'm not gonna try an Anzu because I don't want to die here for science. I think it's doable on Reaper, but... Okay, there's the bird, finally. You're scared of Dragoon Samurai? Yeah, I bet. I have no idea how I would do that. With Ninja, you can at least make some room with Shikuchi here and there, but I feel like with how scared I get, I would lose so much uptime on that boss on Dragoon and and samurai. Okay, I don't think that's... I'm not sure actually. I don't think that's a danger room. Trying to remember. I watched the video about traps from Darabon the other day again, and now my mind is a mush. It's a mush. I don't remember anything. Everything is now all the same. Fox is miserable, I bet. I am kind of slowly running out of jobs that I enjoy in general. So I'm a little bit scared of the point where I get to prog stuff that I don't really want to be progging. Like Bard, Samurai, Black Mage, Paladin, White Mage. I don't really enjoy those jobs. So, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know. Okay, we used our strength and steel very well on this floor. We didn't get anything back yet. Okay, I'm gonna check this chest. Strength. Cool. Awesome. I think that's gonna open the way of me doing a monkey with only strength next floor. But first... I want to go check that chest. Maybe I pull the coral. I still need to do one more kill, or maybe two at this point. But I opened up this chest and I never took it. So I'm wasting a little bit of time to get here. Affluence. Okay. I'll take it. Now I'm afraid that Anzu will turn around. That's the only other gold. Alright, so... does character height affect jump puzzles? I have no idea. I'm not a very good jump puzzler at all. This enemy, by the way, I hate with every fiber of my being. Every fiber of my being. See, I'm in Narnia now. And of course, it's open. Okay, I'm actually forced to go this way. Forced myself. Whee! Oh, that was scary. Alright, let's go. We have a strength for next floor and affluence. Affluence, I'm thinking, should I fly? No, I won't fly. No! Why did you have to turn around now? Fucking hell. No! Read! And stun you back. What's worse is that I have spine drops, but spine drops would put my sustain on a long cooldown, and I can't afford that at this point. For some reason, echo drops and spine drops are on different... So echo drops will go to the same cooldown as hyper potion, but spine drops go to the same cooldown as sustain potion. For some reason, I fucking hate it. And it's like 1.5 minutes. Why? Why do this, Square? Why? I hate it. Holy is not good? Not good? Better question. Why not? Light. Okay. Why not what? Oh, why not the potions? I immediately forgot what I was talking about. Welcome in, thank you for the follow. I see, this is like being a streamer. I'd say something a million times and then immediately forget what I said. Okay, this will hurt. This will actually hurt. I kind of wasn't paying attention to the fact that it's gloom. But it does hurt. However, I do not want to use the steel, so it is what it is. We're gonna deal with the bird of the deep palace. And some lions. I think I can kill a lot of things. I'm not so sure about monkey on gloom. Oh, yeah. This is also not super comfy. These birds give me a heart attack sometimes on a melee. Every time they do their tank buster thingy. Oh god. Please do casts now. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Anzu's everywhere. Anzu's everywhere. I'm gonna sight. Okay. Why am I sighting? Because I want to be able to move around more easily. And this floor is affluenced. See, that's a dangerous trap over there, luring in the corner. Good to know about this room. Hey, Johners, good to see you. Goldfish moment. There's just so many. I'm waiting for either the... Okay, Arzu, turn around. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Okay. Monkey. Please be steel, please be steel. Flight. Oh, we already have a flight. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, we have to do the bird. This will be scary, I will tell you. I'll tell you. This will be scary. But I do have more heals at my disposal. Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna get past that monkey. Fuck. Why does it have to be? Gloom! Okay. I am in a sandwich between Anzus and a monkey. I think I have to do something. I have to steal probably. Oh damn. Like, I was thinking, okay, if I fight a lion, maybe I make some more room so I can kite the monkey, but with gloom, it's like, it's a no. It's a no. I'm pretty sure I am forced to steal here, but I have flight, so I will affluence the next floor as well. Hope that doesn't give me a no item debuff. But I will steal now and fight the monkey next. Because this will hurt, like a lot. And I have to get through 2 more monkeys in the key room as far as I could tell. Think I'm about to steal. Where's the music? Spotify! Come on, where's the music? Okay, wait. Okay, I have to get them... I have to make sure that they are done with chest thumps. I think I have to pull maybe both? Maybe one? Depending on how they move. Maybe they both move over there. That would be great. But no, it doesn't look like it. I hate you both. I hate you both. Okay, I'll pull this one. Ow. I'm gonna use bloodbath on the second one. I have to get out of here quickly. Ow. Question is, do I... Do I open the chest? I guess, yeah. Why did you both have to be on the key? Free! Well, 3 flights on this floor, Jesus. The game is really giving me a lot of flights. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, it's a... This is... Okay, steel back. I'm happy now. It's okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine with the world. This is affluenced and flighted. My main goal is to open chests. Even though we have gotten the steel back, so I've already solved the issue that I was trying to fix with the affluence. But let's open everything else before the exit opens. I think here is safer to go. Intuition, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, I see 2 Anzu. I don't see the exit yet. I heard a monkey. 4 Anzu, sorry. And the treasure room. On the exit, probably. I don't see the exit, so it must be there. Fuck. This is a really bad position. Okay, do we kill an Anzu now? Yes, we do. I have to get rid of this one. But I'm going to, probably witching it. I have steel. Yeah, I'm gonna witching it. So I have to make room to be able to clear out that room. I'm gonna have to kill some monkeys. These Anzus are gonna make my life miserable. Miserable. I should have just hit both with witching, but I made a mistake there. Yeah, I believe that's the exit. Or no, maybe that is the exit. There's a treasure. No, that's a treasure. Okay. I have to see it. Can you fucking turn around? Why did you have to be there right now? Where's my map? Yeah, that has to be the exit. Yep, there it is. So it didn't give me no item debuff, but it gave me a treasure room by affluence. Yeah, I'm watching the Anzu's movement. I don't want to be like super close here to be getting like hit by browbeat, the chest thumps, but I have to make sure that Anzu doesn't kill me either. Okay, so I think I'm going to need to kill maybe the monkey. Everything else is avoidable if it's turned in a proper way, so we'll see. Let's have him eat his bananas first and kill the monkey, because I don't want to deal with that. We're good with time, so see, everything is turned horribly right now. This is not how you guys are supposed to be standing. We did not agree to this. Hello? Oh my god, look at the like line of the lions looking at the exit. Like literally, and Nazo as well. Everybody decided to like, oh, you know what? And that one as well. What the heck? Everybody really is interested about the exit. What the shining over there? Fuck off from my exit, guys. No! No! Stop it! Oh my... Oh my god! And now... Oh shit, I don't have... I thought I would stun it, but I didn't have stun. That was... stupid. Oh god. They'll turn away. They all turned towards me. Now just Anzu needs to turn away, and we're out. Please let me out. Please, don't... Don't do that! Okay. Please turn around, Anzu. Thank you. I'm not checking those chests. I can't get a mimic here. Oh, hey there, Ron. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, I think fun shit. 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 Okay, steel. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll take it. 179 though. We are keeping that for later. Please. So we're gonna have a... Well, we'll see. Maybe we will have a bit of fresh steel for the boss. I don't like the fact that we're on 2 Serenities now. I really hate when the game forces a Serenity on 179 or 189 or whatever, you know. The 9s of the floors. But as a melee, I'm not getting out of here with 15 seconds of steel and no items. So I hope that I can do enough kills without having to use this steel. But if I do have to, it's okay. A bird was an Anzu? Oh god. Imagine Anzus being a patrol. That would be horrible. That would be bad. Good lord, yeah. That one is already a menace. Okay. There's a lot of Anzu, but also there's a lot of deep birds, palaces. And this floor is flighted, so yeah, we should be fine. I just want to know where the exit is. That would be great, so that whenever I pop the steel, I can just kind of run to the exit. But I guess it's fun. Maybe if it opens now, it looks like it might open now. You can just sort of run. I don't remember if that's the danger room. I don't think it is. Looks very dangerous. Ah! Okay. Okay, so let's hope that we don't have a monkey on the exit, and let me pop the steel. And let's hope that the Anzu doesn't decide to turn around just as I'm jumping across this. Okay. It's there. Please go like that way. That way, right. No. That's not right. Fucking hell. Please don't waste my steel, stupid bird. Just move. Please move. Please move. Please move today. Please. I have Behemoth Day to go to. Please. The other way. The other, please. Come on, Azu. Do it. Do it. Do it. I would count to 10, but I can't. I can't deal with you. Okay, there we go. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Let's go. Okay, we have a freshest steel that it can be. Okay, so boss time. Boss time. I'm gonna have to turn on the music. This one, and north, and south, and strength, and potion, and harp. Okay. I have food. We're gonna put Charybdises here. I just need to focus a little bit. I have enough time for 2 attempts, so it's not a big deal if I do mess it up somehow, because I mean on a melee this is supposed to be easy, or like easier than anything pretty much else other than a healer. But it's me. I have messed up Ninja Behemoth a few times once, so you never know. You never know. And I'm not comfortable with this fight ever. So the first 70% though is gonna be pretty easy, but then we're getting into the territory of shitting myself. And the Reaper, it does go pretty quickly, I've noticed. So whenever we are at like 35%, I'm gonna start doing 1, 2, 3 alone. Without any other OGCDs. Do it? Okay. Woo! Meteor beam, yeah. This is the 2 Charybdis sortation. Oh. We're going south. Come to me, doggy. Doggy boy. Eh? I have no idea what he is. He's a behemoth. He's a muscle with tail and horns. That's basically what he is. He is basically a very buff male aura. You heard it here first. Anyway, I'm just need about 10 more %. I think we're going to, yeah, after this rotation we're starting to kind of chill a little bit. Sort of like a cow. Yeah, that makes sense. Like a buffalo or something. Who knows? A buffalo? A buffalo? Yeah. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that's how they got the idea. They were like, we need a buffed cow, a buffalo. Whoa. And then they drew a buffalo, but then it was so huge that someone says, wow, that's such a behemoth. Okay, I need to slow down here. Okay. One more attack. I will potion, I will lust. La, 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 la. Okay, now I need to, this one. I'm a little bit scared to, do anything. I think I can do one more auto. Not auto, just regular attack. Yeah, okay, that's good. 15.4. I have it at 15.4. We go here. I don't have a tincture. Do I need a tincture? I don't think I need a tincture. Yeah, I'll wait a second. Not ideal. But we should be fine. Okay. I have no idea, man. I usually use a tincture on other jobs, so I was like, oh, where is it? But yeah, I actually used the potion. It was fine. Oh my goodness. Oh, 1-2 Django, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh god, yeah, this is the melee push. So comfy. This is so comfy. Even messed up a little bit. Yeah, I did. It was not an ideal situation to start in a burst. It was a little late, and also there was no Shadow of Death on him for this like first Stooges series that I did. As far as I could remember, that's the only thing. Well, not the only. It was all over the place, but yeah, I was not that worried because we still have 13 minutes. Guys, this is amazing though. Look at my items. We have 3 steals with a melee. Look, oh my god, I'm so happy. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's still not like even close to gonna be a win, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm cheating. Now I'm not. I struggle with Behemoth. Yeah, I struggled with Behemoth a lot as well. Before I first cleared it, I think I died 9 times on Machinist. That was supposed to be like easiest job. It definitely wasn't for me. And then when I did clear it, it was still about 50-50 whether or not I will make it. After that, I started progging other jobs, and I actually, whenever I first got to Reaper on Behemoth after progging on Machinist, it felt really easy. I killed it and I was shocked at how comparatively easy it was. But it really depends on like the job and everything, and I struggled a lot with it. So yeah, you get to the point where it does. Well, you get more comfy with it. It's the nerves that you have to beat. You're gonna get there. What job are you progging with? Re-raises rages. Yeah, this is really good. All good. 2 witching, but that's fine. Yeah. Bloodbath. Melee push is like easier than others. It's still not super comfy. The healer one is, in my opinion, the most comfy if you can get here with enough time. Okay, I actually have like 11 minutes before the ads, so let me just breathe a little bit. Let me just breathe a little bit first, and I could actually open up my thingy. Where it is? Oh, there it is. Okay. I still haven't done the command. Okay. So let me put this in because I believe I removed it. Did I remove it? Yeah, okay. 190 boss. Let's call it like that, and let me put it in so you guys see what I have for a melee. So the bottom image is by Toto from Angelus's Discord. I still have to write that in. The top image is my homework that I made while watching. Let me see. I think here. Yeah. Okay. That I made while watching the. Let me put that a little bit closer. Some runs, and then I was struggling a lot with Ninja, so I wanted to really like make sure that I understand how the arena looks like, where the bombs are gonna spawn, all that. And then I planned out exactly where to position the boss on a melee for the first 4 bombs. So that's what I'll be looking at during the boss fight on 190. But generally, the bottom image is in Angelus's Discord. Do I still have it? No, I don't. Actually, let me make a little command for that while we have time. And then I will do an ad break. So if you want to have like a little break yourself, you can. I'm gonna have a 3-minute ad break, but first give me a minute to just make a little command. I'm gonna make a command called Angelus. And then you're gonna get a Discord every time, because I'm not here to give information about Deep Dungeon. I'm happy to give my experience, to share my experience, but I'm really not that great at this yet, so I'm hesitating to give any sort of advice, but where you can find a lot of good advice is in his Discord. So let me just make a little command, info links, new command. We're gonna call it Angelus Discord, and track trigger is gonna be Angelus, and it's going to send a chat message. Check out this super cool solo deep dungeon community Discord by Angelus Demonus. And I think that should work. Let's check it out. Hey. Okay, I have to put it in the proper thingy though. Info links. Okay, there we go. Now it's all set. That I have, so don't doubt. Yeah, I mean, there's always someone who knows more or less than you. It's always, I don't know. I love watching other people's videos because even though everyone is at a different prog point, you always learn something. So I think that generally it's worth it streaming these things and talking about my decision making, even if it ends up being bad. Like, even if it ends up being really bad, I think you know, you can still learn a lot from mistakes that someone else makes, and you can learn a lot of different ideas. Like yesterday, I've seen it was a failed run, but it was actually super interesting to watch. It was a cool little streamer who did a Sage run, and they pulled an entire room and double witch-dinged it, and that was really cool to watch and see. And I don't think I would have seen that in like you know, a clean super polished run by someone who really knows how to deal with this, right? So I think that was incredibly useful to watch and incredibly fun. And yeah, you learn a lot from everything. Yeah, you always learn something here too, like how to run with a meltdown. What do you learn from me, Darabon? You're the learned master, the learning master. Isn't the answer just to press buttons? Yeah, most of the time. Well, actually, no. In Deep Dungeon, it's not. I feel like Deep Dungeon is the only content where it's not just about pressing buttons. It's also how you press them and when you press them. And this is something that I have a lot of struggles with, because sometimes I'm going to just like panic press stuff like Arcane Crest, Second Wind, whatever. But if I just stop and think, okay, a Tank Buster is incoming. Maybe now I press Arcane Crest. Or, you know, there is no upcoming damage for the next 20 seconds. Maybe I can, you know, not waste my Second Wind and just let my potion tick. So things like that is, yeah, it's super fun to learn. Try the POTD guides. Yes. Yeah, it's, there are a couple of ones that I really enjoy. Here they are. Not mine, but 100% super useful. And they're for like different types, but as I said, the Discord that I linked above, not mine, but Angela's is really useful for information as well on specific other jobs. So I highly suggest checking it out. It's something that a community has a lot of information about this content, so you can learn a lot from it. But if you're gonna start all over by yourself, you're gonna have a good time. It's just gonna be really slow to progress. Clearing floors. Yeah. Of course. I mean, you just started, so it's gonna be a super fun journey. And I think that a lot of it is at the start, you have to learn how to manage items and time, which is something I still struggle with to this day. Trap command when. Honestly, you're right. Darabon, do you mind if I make a trap command with your guide? I always wanted to do that. I have it in my Discord link, but let me do that as well. As long as you don't say, no, I forbid you. I forbid you. Knock yourself out. There we go. Okay, let's make a command now when we're at it. I love making commands. That's great. And then I never remember what I made. Okay, new command, trap guide. So this super cool trap guide for 151 plus by Delicious D. There, bud. Okay. I actually wrote that in the wrong place. Just a second. I wrote that as a command. so it wouldn't really work. Okay, trap. It's just gonna be called trap. Okay, I think that's how it's gonna be called. Let's try it. Hey. Yeah, I know that there is a 131 as well. Once you get to Daraban's channel, check out the rest of the guides, because I do believe that he'll like put even some other ones once he finally gets to other dungeons one day. So but yeah, this one is I think most useful because at least for my small brain, I can still kind of remember 151 plus. The caves, I tried, I just can't. I just can't. I just see a donut room, and at that point I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna safety. But yeah. Anyway, we sorry about the little break, but we are now going to have an actual break with the ads, because we have to. Ads are gonna start in. Well, I'm gonna force them to start now so that we are free for an entire hour. But you know what's happening during the ads? An actual break, yes. No talking break. I'm gonna use that time to finish up my coffee. You know what time it is though, during the actual break. The emote wargame time, let's go! So we're gonna run some ads, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes, and then we continue. And I have to actually change my title because it's been set incorrectly for an entire person. God damn. Okay, let's go. Apparently I'm a Bard Supreme or something, I don't know. Also, I have just learned recently. Can I show you this, by the way? I don't know. I think so. I think I can show it. How do I... Oh, there we go. Stop. No, wait. Start. Leaderboards. Oh, there we are. We have leaderboards. Can you guys see this? Yeah, I can. There are actual leaderboards. I mean, it's not fair because always, of course, I'm gonna be on top because I'm in every game. But if we ignore myself, it seems like Roland is doing very good. Most deaths, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Somehow I'm not top in most deaths. I don't know. Anyway, that's something that it was fun seeing, but we're going to stop with that now. Okay, so no. Oh damn. All right, let's go. I am gonna be scared. Let me just make sure that my picture is up. There you go. Put melee positions. Whenever we get to the boss, I'm going to like fully ignore you guys because I'm scared of the boss really very much. There are some enemies here that scare the shit out of me. The image that I wanted, just a second. There it is. That's the one. Okay. They're scared the shit out of me, so it is so good. We need some FF10 fight music stuff in the next expansion. Let's hope. Okay. I'm going to hit snooze on the ad, so now we have 1 hour and 1 minute. We're not going to be stopped. Let's go. The power of friendship. Okay, raising. We have 3 steel. I'm so surprised at that. And we didn't open with a mimic. God damn, I think we're like wiping this run to a DC or something at this rate. Nah, I'm just gonna probably fail it doing something stupid with reso plays or just dying on the boss with full inventory of items. That's how it usually happens. Okay, let me think about what I actually want to be doing. Oh. I have a chunker. Chunker on the first floor, let's go. We're gonna pull him, of course. Do we have another one? No, we don't. Alright, come here, chunker. Dragging in, dragging in. Ram run? Nope, not yet. Ram run, ram run. Oh my god. I hate having Garm this early. Even though they're like easy to deal with, but they make me so nervous. Ram run, ram run, ram run, ram run. Like my first Reaper run actually ended by me dashing into Ram's voice accidentally. So that was fun. That was fun. Okay, so my plan here is to just like quickly kill stuff. Like the quicker the better. As quicker the better. Is that a? Have you played 10 on stream yet? No, I didn't. At some point I will. I did play it, but on stream, the only Final Fantasies that I played on stream you have seen, I believe, were Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 6, 3, obviously 14, and I played Lightning Returns. On stream. Everything else I kind of played off stream for now. I'll do with you. But yeah, next so after Chrono Trigger, which by the way we started playing yesterday and we're playing it later tonight again. After Chrono Trigger, I'm gonna play the remaining 3 single player Final Fantasies that I haven't played, which are 5, 2, and 1. In that order. We're going backwards. So that's next. And then after that, I have a whole bunch of games that I want to cover. But we'll see. Like maybe at some point I will be like, okay, I'm in the mood for Final Fantasy X. Let's do it. I think that first, if I started going back to the Final Fantasies that I've played, I think that first, I think I'm fine with... I don't have strength. Maybe I won't be fine with this, but I don't know what else to pull. Can I slow you down? I think I would go back to 9 actually, because I had a really, really good experience with 10. And I know more about the game in comparison to 9 because I watched like podcasts and everything about it. I really love it. 9, I was in a very... I don't hate it. I was just not in a good mindset to play it when it came out. Not when it came out, but when I did play it, I didn't enjoy it that much because I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. But I know that the game is good, and I should play it again to get a different idea of it, to judge it a bit less. Back to that 9 discussion every time. That's like every time. No discussion here. I know it's a good game, but you will not have me say it's my favorite at any point. I don't hate... Stop twisting my words! Wow. 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 Okay. I really hope... Oh my god, that was a respawn. Were we here already 5 minutes? Yes, we were. Oh my god. Come on, dude. How many kills did I do? And there were a Garm, 2 Vamora patrols, 1 Sprite, a Garm, 2 bombs. Gosh. Can we go out? I don't have anything else to kill. Safety. I'll take it. Cool mods. Wow, this game is so great. If you mod it to an eternity. Listen. I never played a Final Fantasy game with mods, actually. I mean, my favorite is 8. What can I tell you? No, it doesn't make difference. The only thing that makes difference is whether your ether pool here is low or high. Oh my god, come on. I have no idea what to do. There was nothing else. There was only Memorial Campus. Like, am I fine fighting them without anything? What the heck? I think I'm going to alter. And this is a long first floor. I'm gonna try with Memorial Campa. I have no idea. Oh my god, that's not okay. And the nymph. Oh, fucking hell. I don't want to use a steal. Like, I refuse to use a steal on floor 1. No, I will not. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. I think I'm gonna fortune because I have used... Look at that Memorial Campa. It went into the wall. It hid. It freaking hid. I saw it. I see its little paw outside of the wall. So I think I would have been fine with that Memorial Campa if I had a bloodbath, but I didn't have a bloodbath and I got scared, but I didn't want to steal, so I witching. It was scary. Oh my god. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrifying. Okay, this floor is altered. Where are my mimics? Where are my mimics? Corrigans! Corrigans! We have Corrigans. Let's go. Let's go. We also have this one. Come on! With me! I want to get rid of this one because it's a patrol. And if I get into a bad situation where I have to pull it with something else, it will heal the other thing. So I want to get rid of it. That sounds honestly horrifying. Did you have bloodbath on? Did you have strength? Okay. We have 3 Corrigans. We have a bomb. I think I need this bomb. Considering how the key looks like right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is... I think I'm gonna flight and affluence. Or just flight, maybe. Just flight. Rage. Wow. Steel. Wow. Okay, of course it gives me rage when I'm already out. Let me just check this one. If it's a mimic, I'll rage it. Haha. Resolution. Never mind. Okay, we got a steel. Yeah, I'm gonna flight. Okay. Hey, Mochi. I had a strength on. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We didn't use bloodbath for one of them. My god. That's horrifying. Oh my god, this is already... So, off stream, yesterday I had 2 floating chests during the preparation of the file. I feel like floating chests have become a lot more prominent since they did the chest fix in like the latest, one of the later patches. They did some kind of fix with chests not appearing correctly. And ever since that happened, floating chests have been like everywhere. I don't know what they did, but... was weird. Okay, so I have steel and it's flighted. I just want to keep pulling, but I also want to find the exit. I think I'm right. I know I'm right. I mean, just statistically speaking, I'm seeing them everywhere, and I'm seeing them in weird places that I don't think they were ever there before. Okay, that's the exit. We have a crawler. I don't think I've ever fought a crawler on a melee, not even with steel. I don't like it, so I will avoid it. I'll fight this grenade because it's close, and I hope that I'm out. And what I will do next is I will alter because I have steel, probably. Maybe I should have waited, but I think I will have some steel running, so if I get mimics, I'll be able to fight them. And the last altar I might keep for later, we'll see. So I'd rather fight mimics than scorpions and crawlers, so that's my thinking. Okay, I need to go the other way. Because I could sneak around the crawler, but maybe I also pull it by accident because it's positioned right where I would sneak around, so... Okay. So we have a bit of steel. You're seeing more floating chests as well. Let's go. Okay. Blind. I don't see my altar yet. Serenity, I'll take it. I'll take it. Happily take it. Okay, now let's find... Oh, Corrigan's again. What the heck? I have a feeling something horrible will happen. Something horrible will happen. It's just not possible that the game is giving me Corrigans twice in a row. It's not possible. I'm scared. I'm scared. The only redeeming factor to this is that we have started the run with my avatar crying all the time because of errors. So if I do clear and this goes to YouTube, it will forever be tainted with me crying. So I guess that does make it a little bit more realistic that I do clear. You also get Corrigans and Mimics. Wow. Okay. Can I fight a crawler with steel? Like an honest question. Normally I wouldn't be asking, but it's such an... I think I can fight it, right? It's just gonna be slowing me down. But like I have Bloodbath, I have Steel. It should be fine. It's such a horrible position that I just don't want to be like walking around here. It's gonna be wasting my time. Wanna be wasting my time. Fucking hell. I don't know. I have only one witching, so I don't want to test it. I'm gonna get a more Pampa. It's a very small... Oh, it's not. Of course, there's more there. And that's a treasure room. Huh. Cool. That is a treasure room because I saw a Garm that's just standing still. So that's cool. I think we're out after this one, but right now the crawler is... Yeah, okay. So let's go. Hey, thank you for the follow. Okay, we're not out after this one. Appreciate it. Also, hi. Welcome in. Okay, let me hope that this is it. Otherwise, I'm gonna try my luck with the crawler. It doesn't seem like I would enjoy it. No, I now wasted my bloodbath because of habit. Yeah, I'll check the chest probably. Got EO clear today, let's go! What job did you do it on? Congrats! Last week I wiped EO on like, was it 95 or 96? I have to actually check because I don't remember on Reaper. But that was the weirdest... Oh shit. I got scared of this crawler, so I started walking. That was like such a patrol assembly on that floor. Like 4 of them came at me at once while I was in Dreadnought, and I had a hard time deciding what to do there. Accidentally pulled 2. That was bad. Machinist, let's go! Oh yeah, tell me about time management. I am not very great at it as well. But I cleared Scholar in EO, and it did take me a few attempts, I have to admit. Okay, let's go. I'm not gonna use anything for this upcoming floor, but now, after this, I'm gonna probably use Altar and then Flight and Affluence for the next 2, and then probably Rage somewhere. We'll see. Steel. That solves a lot of issues. Okay. I'll take it. It's slightly better than Astro. Oh yeah, Astro is on my list to do I've had a file prepped at 41 plus for a while in EO and can't find the time to go back in. I don't know. I'm enjoying Scholar a lot. It's my favorite healer by far. It was definitely not easy with time, but yeah, it was cool. Thank you so much for the follow. Lindar FF9. Oh my god, I hope you didn't hear us. me specifically talking about FF9. I'm kidding. It's fine. Anyway. Reaper, yay. I hope I don't die. I almost walked into that. But yeah, big congrats. Have you done any of the other ones yet, Pika? Okay, so far we've had a bit of luck with steel drops. Although I mean, I don't know, it's like average. I'm more like I had more luck on the previous sets, which did allow me to get here with 3. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we have a Bergturs. Sorry, Winters. Bergturs. Bergturs. Come here, Bergturs. I should deal with the worms while I still have steel. What I'm wondering about... You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna strength. Because I want to use my steel more quickly. And I think I'm going to kill the crawl. I'm gonna try. Because I have blind as well, that slows me down. So if I use the strength, I think I have a good chance of killing crawler. And then I will have enough room to jump around whenever the worm does their enrage. So let's try this. This might be bad. You are stunnable. I now use my stun like an idiot, so... Oh my god, this is so slow. I see. So the slow isn't that much of a problem, it's the poison that I think I wouldn't be surviving with. Okay, there's a gold. I want to check that gold while I'm waiting for my stun. Because I want to have stun up and ready for when I'm dealing with a worm. Safety. Ooh. And you're gonna coach me for EO. When are you ready for it? Aren't you like still in Stormblood story-wise or something? Angel, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, let's do it. I should not use my stun until I see the thingy. So I also shouldn't re-potion. I need to move away from the other snake a little bit. Snake worm, I mean. So whenever the potion is about to run off, it's gonna do the thingy. So I will stun it when it does the thingy. Now I've stunned it, I run away. There we go. Ow. Still doing a lot of damage. Okay, so now I don't have stun, so I'll wait a little bit. And while I'm waiting, I'll open this chest and I guess take that. Though it will come back off cooldown, but let me just first take this. That is scary, yeah. I hate it. I hate it, but it is how you deal with it on melee. Okay, so potion is up. So the enrage is always in 30 seconds. I try to use potion about when I pull so that I have sort of like a time frame of when it's going to do it, but you can react to the cooldown. The scary thing is that I like want to stun it earlier. My gut feeling is that I want to stun it. No, shit. Okay, oh, it died. That's why I couldn't stun it. Because it died! Oh my god. I was so scared. Okay, let me deal with the scorpion. That is optional for that. Honestly, yeah, but it just gives you more time to react, but I've had situations where I was kind of clipped by it badly. Here, though, tail screw what you can stun. That helps. I hate this enemy, though. Like, as you see, I would rather deal with the worms. Oh my god, can I get out, please? Okay. I need to deal with more crawler. Fun. Thank god I still have some strength and steel left. So... what I'm gonna do now... yeah, I think I will light and affluence the next floor. Yeah, high floor kills. Oh, it's like super disgusting when you get like a 13 kill floor in EO and Heaven or High. I feel they happen so often. It's horrible. Oh my god. Okay, we're out. So I will do affluence and flight now. Oh my god, I didn't toggle walk. I thought I did. Because I don't know. I like reducing the amount of enemies in these floors, but I can still fight them. And affluence. It will be... so I like using these together because the like the floors are gonna be more empty and easier to get the chests that they're gonna be more of. I think this room is empty though. This is a massive affluence with nothing. I did see a Garm patrol, so I kind of want to do that. But let me first open a chest. If it's a mimic, I still have a little bit of steel. It's not. I have not gotten a mimic in a while. That's worrying me. Okay, we have a Vinther. Can you pull the dragon? No. As far as I'm aware, not recommended. It's like the incoming damage for the dragon is just too much. This is why on these floors you're probably gonna end up using 1 or 2 rages, depending on your luck, because sometimes you just have nothing but the blood dragons, and it's like that's the only way to deal with them. I know that this is flighted, so I could be out soon, but I have no idea what I'm gonna fight next. That one is kind of easy, but we'll need to find the exit first. Oh god, that one is the only thing I'm comfortable fighting. Maybe a claw. Look, what is this affluence? Literally, okay, there is 1 gold there. Let me. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, being a mimic. Oh. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I got a rage. I'm going to... so I have to pick up that rage, so I'm not going to be double pulling, like, you know. So I think 3 kills should be more than enough. Maybe even too many, but it doesn't really matter. Because I'm gonna pick up the rage. I'm not taking it to the 2nd floor. Okay, let's go. Rework, just so you can pull everything. I like it the way it is. I wish they do give us an Unreal or something like that, so that we can do it on, you know, level 90. That would be great. Other than that, I like that some enemies are not killable, because that allows you that you can use some advantages of some jobs a little bit. Like, for example, with Ninja, you can just sneak around them, you know, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, getting Dark Knight base. Because speaking of Eureka, it took me 2-ish days. Okay, I'm gonna out this. Of starting Dark base start Stormblood Relic, the final Eureka one, because you wanted the base final relic as Glam Glam. Yeah, that one is so good. Like without glow, perfect. It's so pretty. It's the best looking Dark Knight Glam. And that's actually really good. 2-ish days is really good. Okay, we have our first Garm train. I'm gonna wait a little bit just to see where these two are going. Did you do it all by yourself or did you use a guide? I'm asking because I recently made a guide and I'm curious. This 2 days is pretty good. Dragging in. I need to focus on this. Ram run. Dragging in. Ram out. I am not hating the Garm train right now because it's only 3 of them. It's not actually there are some worse trains out there. But what I do want to know is where my altered room is. That's what I want to know. And Osmo was the only reason. Gaiden I've done. Oh, cool. Which dungeon is the hardest? I would say Palace is consistently hardest. Okay, I want to get you done. So, okay, the way I see it... Okay, it's gonna do an AoE now. Please do it. Thank you. Is that Heaven on High hits really hard. And it can be really hard because of that. However, I find Heaven on High to be so wild with RNG that... I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like you can get like super lucky on it sometimes and also super unlucky. In that sense, you can clear it pretty quickly, but also you can be like stuck with it forever and feel like you can't do anything about it, which I personally don't like. I know a lot of people who do like Heaven on High precisely because it hits that hard. So, you know, it's up to personal preference. But I think that Palace is more consistent in that regard. Like, it's consistently difficult on these sets, and you could learn how to deal with it. On some amount of luck can screw you, but it's never really gonna be that bad. It can be that bad, but you can learn to deal with it more consistently than in Heaven on High. That's at least how it feels to me. Like, it's consistently difficult. I think EO is incredibly difficult to prog because of how many insta-kill AoEs it has and how much it relies on some mechanics of the enemies. But once you do learn it, it's a lot easier to re-clear, if that makes sense. So I think EO is like really hard to actually get a first clear on, especially if you're going for the first clear, so you don't have the other deep dungeons already kind of sorted. You don't have the time management skills or the like item management skills. You're gonna have a hard time with EO. But once you get your first clear in EO, that means that you've learned it, and it's like super consistent in the difficulty between the different jobs and everything, so it's gonna be easier to re-clear. So there's a difference. I don't know if it's answering your question, but I think it's just 3 different difficulties. Heaven on High is super high with RNG and hits really hard. Palace is like super difficult all around. It's like more consistent and difficult. And EO is difficult on a first learning experience, but actually more consistent. Like super consistent to that effect that you can easily re-clear it later. Like more easily. It's still not gonna be easy, but it's definitely easier than the other two, I feel. To re-clear, just to make it clear. Okay. Ram run. Dragging in. Got so many arms. Thank God I need them. More so than Ask Palace. Yeah, I think in general, Palace is the hardest. Like, for me, I'm still incredibly scared of Heaven or High at some points because I just feel like I'm gonna be helpless at some points. But then I do have several clears, and I do think that a lot of them were a little bit on, like, relying on luck because of Magicides, Petrifications. If you get more of them, you're gonna have an easier time. Anyway, it's just 3 very different experiences with similar mechanics in the background. So you're gonna find people who like one, hate the other. Oh my god, we're finally out. Okay, so one thing I do want to check, I don't know if I did check it. I think I didn't. And I think this will maybe regret. Yeah, of course. Okay, so we're finally gonna steal. Oh, why did I do this? Okay, so it gives me a chance to think about it for a second. 25 minutes. We have 2 floors and then a boss. That's a good twist time. I think 189 almost certainly we're raging. So next floor we should be fighting because I have steel. Because I just used steel, I kind of want to affluence. I'm just thinking if I should flight as well, because having a flight for later might be useful. But if I have 2 rages, it's gonna be good as well. Like this last affluence was kind of shit, but I think I'm gonna just spend the affluences. Okay, I will. So yeah, I have steel on, so I will flight and I will fight to the next floor, and then 189 I will rage probably. We'll see. Have you been struggling with disconnects in general, Pika? I have had kind of an unstable connection locally. It's actually no, it's like been generally stable, but not enough for Palace. Like not enough for 14. I feel like 14 has been having hiccups for a long time until I got exit lag, and like they're not sponsoring me, so it's not something like that. But I genuinely use it, and it's genuinely helping me not get disconnects from the game for like a year now. The only reasons why I disconnected a few times this year is because I would like lose power in the building, or I would blue screen, which was completely different, and I think we solved it. I don't know, but yeah, maybe try it out. I know that it has a 3-day free trial, so it's not a lot, but you can at least see if it works out for 3 days, because it's only working for games, and you can like set up that it works for 14. It's gonna stabilize your connection a bit, and basically my strength. Yeah, I will. Okay. And I don't know, it helps. It helps a lot for me. In my case, I use it a lot because I also play on NA server sometimes. So, and I'm in Europe generally, and that's the only reason why I can even do it. Okay. Let's do this one. Also, one thing, because I did recently have blue screen issues. I think we solved them, but I don't know. I haven't blue screened in a week now, but up to that point, I was blue screening like once a day for weeks and weeks. It was horrible. So because of that, I had moments where I would disconnect from the game. Okay, I'm just gonna check chest because I do have time, and it is Applands. Okay, of course. Okay, this is it. I have 2 flat dragons there. Okay. Anyway, so one thing I did notice is if you disconnect from Deep Dungeon, I've actually managed to save 3 slots. This is still random. It's not 100% safe, but 3 of my slots have been saved. By me not returning to the game after the disconnect, I would not return to the game at all for more than 12 hours. It was like 16 to 24 hours. Like if you don't have to, just let the game sit. It might save you a slot. Might. In order that it like removes all the progress that you did on the last set, but you still have 0 KO. So okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alter. And I will rage the last floor most likely. I hope I don't pull you. Okay. Because Alter will have a good little combo wombo with Fortune and Rage. And I might open some chests because I do have some time. If I have a no knockback though, I don't know. Okay, I don't have a no knockback. We have a Garm Train, of course we do. I'm gonna safety. I'm gonna start from there, hopefully, so I can kind of clear it out. Now it's only the question of do I purity or not. I don't think I will actually. I will Fortune. Let's hope that they don't pull right now because I don't want to deal with them right now. I want to go get the Flood Dragon first. Okay. So yeah, Potion, Bloodbath, Rage. Blood Dragon. It's a little bit of a waste, but I did want to get rid of it. And now I'm gonna have a whole bunch of patrols to deal with. Look at how many. Look at how many. Okay, we are out. I do want to get rid of the trolls though. Because I want to check. Well, I have 1 chest to check. Beautiful. Oh, I also have Corrigans. Okay, let's kill them as well. Okay, it should be good. Affluence, okay. Intuition, who cares? And 1 more gold. Why do you walk? Yeah, it's a sound mob. So yeah, some enemies aggro only if you... Oh my god, rage back. Oh, that is huge. Oh my god, that is enormous. That is enormous. Okay, that's like... Huge, 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 huge. Okay. Okay. We're entering a boss. I was looking really good. I am kind of scared. Okay, I'm going to fully cover the chat with the image that I showed you earlier. I am not looking at you guys at all, so feel free to chat. I have it covered. So let me put my melee plan. My melee plan, I put it over there. The second one is on this upper boob thingy. The third one is around there. The boob thingy. And then I just need to stop calling them that way. And then south east. And then I have more markers, so I guess I can put the more of them with 1, 2, 3, 4. This is south. And if I get there, the last one will be north. Something like this. Okay. It's too many markers. A, B, C, D, and then 1, 2. Okay. But I'm going to replenish strength somewhere a bit later. So let's pull steel. Okay. Shielding. Their blue bomb is gonna be here. I have to be careful of this little bomb. Okay, so now I want to lust. I only have 2 lust, so that's a little bit worrying me because I tend to be kind of slow on a melee just because I am scared. It's gonna be a tank buster. Okay, so after this sap, I have to get it on A. Okay, and now here, this is why I put it here, because I'm in full melee range to attack it. Okay, next blue bomb is gonna be in south. A shield. Okay. A potion. Okay. I need to replenish my lust. Okay, now I'm out of lusts and I'll just do this. Remove it. That was a bit late on the shield. One more sap. And then he has to be on B, but he's already on B, so that should be okay. Right. Okay, there we go. I have full melee range again. Okay, next blue bomb is southish again. A shield. I ran away a little bit. Okay, after 2 saps, tank buster, sap, and then I have to put it on C. Faint, I'm going to shield. Maybe that was an early shield. Okay. Let's putting some room in. I'm gonna do a sap. I think he's fine here. Yeah, very, very fine. I just need to be careful with any AoE. Okay. No more lust. This is now gonna be a little bit slower. Next blue bomb. Southeast, I think? Or south again. I kind of lost count. I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. Oh, let me bloodbath now. Okay, 2 saps, and then tank buster, and then sap, and then I have to take it to D. I like to move a bit to make some room to heal up. I think he's gonna be fine here. Yep, okay. Full melee range. No greed. Woo! Woo. Woo. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna puke. That was very clean. I'm so happy about that. Don't read what we typed as a please. Oh my god, let me see. Let me see what you typed. This one is very hard for melee. It is, yeah. Though, yeah, Reaper is a lot easier than melee because of this. It's 30-second shield, so you can use it for every tank buster unless you're, like, timing it badly like I do sometimes. My palms are really good. I am so happy. What the heck? Let's go. This is so big brain I could never. What are you referring to? The markers? Spat out your drink. Oh wait, makes all the bombs fatherless. No. Oh my god. Wait, since when am I your employee? Okay, makes sense, makes sense. It's okay, I'll pay for your cleaning bill, it's fine. Some... Oh god. That was, yeah, hopefully. So the only thing that worries me slightly, as usual, is the steal. But, you know, I have one steal that's not ideal on a melee. However, we do have 3 rages. 3 fucking rages! And 3 rezos. And 3 serenities. And, like, what? So one thing that does worry me, that my items are so good. They're so good that if I were to die now, it would be embarrassing. So that's the worry, because it will be embarrassing. I will die and it will be embarrassing. It's not like in someone else's hands, this is a clear. In my hands, we'll see. We'll see. Well, we did get to 198 last time with less palms than this, so hopefully this makes it for a better situation. But you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's the ads time. The ads time it is. So we're gonna do that now. 3-minute ads, and then we're going to the last set with Reaper. It might be a clear. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. If I clear this now, I can go to Sage next. Finally, next week we do Sage. I promise. If we don't clear Reaper now, then I don't know. But probably. Okay, so I almost clicked stop streaming. My god, I wanted to click the ads. Let's do the ad break. I'll see you guys in 3 minutes, and let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm back. I also want another deep dungeon, but also I need to clear all jobs. I am at 449 according to my overlay, so maybe it's gonna be 549 now. Does that mean I need to do Heaven on High next? Oh, I don't wanna. Okay, let me turn on my AC for a second. Yeah, I was hoping for that. When we were discussing what Eureka might be. I don't know. I honestly think that probably next stuff is all gonna be connected to the new area that we're going to, which would be kind of cool. I'm hoping for like a really pretty jungle-like. Maybe those like, have you seen the trailer? There are like some ancient ruins that are very Mayan-like, and maybe that would be a really cool look for a new deep dungeon. But we still have years to that, so... Okay, food. Man, I'm instantly forgetting everything about this place. Like, every time I'm going into 191, honestly, it can still go any way, because it's me, but... Oh, let's go. Oh, this is a cool song, but not really suitable. This is better. Okay, let me raising. Let's do this as well. Okay. I'm gonna immediately affluence, and I'm going to fortune, because I usually have to do a lot of kills on this floor. And let's start killing. So the goal here is to just pull, kill. I see a lot of enemies that are easy to deal with me without anything, so let's hope that it stays that way. I mean, easy. Even these mummies are doing a lot of damage, which is crazy. But yeah, so we have plenty of items. I just need to not mess it up. It's on me. It's fully on me right now, which is scary. I don't see any patrols, which is also scary. It might mean that there aren't any, but it also might mean that the floor is so big that just they didn't reach me yet. Oh my god, can you stop hitting me? Thank you. Harder solo content. I mean, once you get into deep dungeons, you have like years of hard solo content. But I saw a patrol right now. I remember when they were first talking about Criterion and variant dungeons, and them saying the difficult version is gonna be from 1 to 4 players. I was really disappointed when they went the other way around and made it only a 4-person content, because I would really enjoy doing that solo. So I'm a little bit, I don't know. Have you done Bozia duels? It's a little something to do. But yeah, I don't know. Deep dungeons on their own are like literally years of content. So, okay. I'm going to try to look for the exit. There are a lot of mummies, thankfully. I can avoid this one patrol, I think. As long as this other mummy doesn't come here. Ooh. The clock is indeed ticking. Song, thank you for reminding me. We've done some duels. The Savage... yeah, would have been fun. But it's alright. As long as we get more of this. I'm just happy that they talked about new deep dungeon plans, whatever that means. I'm happy that they're not like... I was a bit worried with the reception that Eureka Orthos got. Like, first we had Palace and Heaven or High, which even the dev team said they were bored of it at some point, and like they noticed that the community isn't really doing this content a lot. Like now it's like more popular, but for many years it was kind of ignored by the community, by the general community. So, you know, they skipped an expansion. They even said, you know, devs want to try making something new. And then they gave us Eureka Orthos, and then the reception, not very good. I mean, you know, I enjoy it, but I do think that they could have done better. In like a different direction, and there were more options. And it just, like, the fact is that a lot of the existing community doesn't really like Eureka Orthos as much as maybe they wanted to. So I was worried that they're gonna see that and be taking it as, you know what, we're not doing this anymore. Because they did that with Eureka, I mean with like exploratory content. They did Diadem, people hated Diadem. They did Eureka, people hated Eureka. Like, yeah, there are people like me who love it and do it all the time, but generally speaking, people kind of hated Eureka. And they did Bosnia, and then there were again people who hated Bosnia, and it's like largely abandoned after a point. Oh god, no. Made a mistake. I didn't see that trap. Anyway, this will be a little shitty. Freaking patrol had to come this way and put me in a corner. This will be bad. This will actually be bad. I need to get away from the trap. Okay. Oh, I mean, at least I'm not out yet, so that's something. I wish I could heal up a little bit more. Oh my god. Just a second. Oh my god. I'm going to die from this trap. Yep. If I had anything else to heal up, it would be fine, but yeah. Anyway, that was the first mistake. I mean, honestly, I'm not even out yet, but yeah, that patrol kind of put me in a corner, and I didn't see the trap. That was my bad. I need to wait for a second. I didn't want to steal. I just didn't want to steal because of a trap, and I didn't have another witching to deal with it. At least I killed the mummy that was proximity, and I had to kill it. Okay, in 7 we'll lose a lot of players. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think it will. I think it's only natural that right now, like, Endwalker kind of ended a massive story, and I think a lot of people need to breathe right now, you know, need some room for anything new and big. And I think that the current story isn't working out because it does seem like a big threat, but it's also, we are all aware that it's just filler until the next expansion, so it's kind of like eh. Oh my god, please let me out. There were more mummies, I think. Nope, but there's a gold chest. Okay. I've only heard general negative opinions on anything experimental. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, people always, you know, have their own opinions about what they want. Strength, okay, that helps. What they want and what they don't want from a game. And with those contents, I like, for example, I did many years of Eureka. There's a mummy. And I love it, but let's be real, when it was new, it was toxic as fuck. It was like really, really, really bad. Really toxic. So I mean, of course people shat on it. Because there were pre-pullers all around, you couldn't mount until you finished the quest line, so you couldn't get to the fates because people who were max level would mount and get to the fate and immediately pull, and it was really, really toxic. It only became fun later, later down the line. It's like a lot of fun now, but oh my god, no, it's gonna kill me. Can we open already? How many enemies did I kill? I can't do this anymore. I've been here for 10 minutes. I think I killed like, I don't know. I killed many, many enemies. Not fun. And all have been easy. Like, if I didn't make the mistake with the trap, it would have been fine. But as I said, in my hands, this can still go anyway. The moment I was done with leveling in the zone, farming the relic crystals, yeah, that part is a lot of fun. I feel like Bozia kind of lost a little bit of that for some reason, because, I don't know, for leveling purposes, you only really want to stay in the last zone of Zadnor. Oh, finally. Which is not a lot of fun, honestly. Just being in the same place. And I don't know, the Lubrum Savage is fun, but it's like completely out of the instance, which I know why they did it, because of BA pre-pullers. Like, for a long time, people really loved BA, but it was also, not pre-pullers, portal snipers. It was a lot of toxicity about that and how the community went about it. I'm gonna steer strength. I have affluence ready. Oh, anyway, no more mistakes. No more mistakes. Let's go. Anyway, I think it's good that they're experimenting. I think it's just, like... Serenity, I'll take it. I think it's just a little bit scary when the feedback is all negative, because we've seen them cut off content. Like, literally they removed the diadem from the game, and then after people kept complaining about field instances, they just said, you know what, we're not doing a field instance, we're giving you Island Sanctuary because you all like Animal Crossing. So you know, no more field instances. Well, apparently they're now bringing it back because people want it back. But, you know, we've also had a break from from Deep Dungeons. We had a break from field instances because big part of the reason is that a lot of the community didn't play it and didn't like it. And I guess that's fair. There's many courses. I'm thinking about resolutioning it, but I need steel for it. I think they're gonna destroy me if I don't steal, which sucks a bit. Maybe I rage, rather, because that's safer for me, and then I can check out the chests, which there are many of. Let me just check. There are actually many chests. Hey, Willow. Yeah, that's a treasure room as well. Okay, I'm definitely gonna rage. I'm a little bit scared in general of the rage as well. I'm waiting a little bit for those patrols to come back. Like, I really want to get another steel. But, okay, I think I can pass here. And I can do this. And now when I rage, I clear out this. I need to clear this out. I should probably start here. Okay. the hell was that? That was a weird glitch. Glitch in the matrix. Okay. I think we're done. Strength. Serenity. There's another gold. Intuition. Strength. Not happy with this, but it is what it is. Okay. I need to focus. I need to focus. I've done plenty of mistakes so far. Gloom. Oh, this is a steal. I don't want a serenity. I think I'm gonna steal. The thing is, I hate having one steal because I'm gonna need it for resolutions. But everything here will wreck me if I don't. Yeah. And there are courses as well. They worry me like a lot. They worry me a lot. Okay, I do have this thing, and I have plenty of strength, so I'm going to steal. And I was waiting until now to decide, but now when we are pulled, we're just pulling. Opening chests. This floor is affluence as far as I remember, so I'm hoping that if we get a mimic, I still have steel running. Let's pull you. Hey, Ocelot! Good to see you. We were all like, we were both Eureka buddies and now we're Deep Dungeon buddies. It's fun, fantastic. Got that remix. Yeah, it's so nice. I love it. Thank you, Velvet. I don't know. I mean, items are good, but as I said, in someone else's hands, this could have been a clear, but I've already kind of, we're at 193 and I've already expanded a lot of my items in not very smart ways. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's hope for the best. I do want to find the exit. I do hope I get another seal. It's gonna help me tremendously. Oh my god, I didn't shield that one. I might have, but it's fine. It's almost dead, so I will shield something else. I do need to get the dragon. Oh my god, okay, that saves me so much. The dragon is proximity. It's like otherwise easy to deal with, but because it's proximity, I just need to get it out of the way. Okay, having another steel makes it a lot easier now. Because I'm gonna need it for rezos. I feel like I'm gonna get wrecked if I don't have it for rezos. I think one rage I'm probably saving for like 99 or something. Okay, you. I pull you. Okay. I don't know. I'm not used to having multiple rages at this point. So rezos. Okay, so the worst sets for me are now coming. 4, 5, and 6. They have million Fachans. I might rage somewhere there, depending on how many. Like, if there is a floor with like a million Fachans and I don't have a steel running, I think I might do it. Okay, let's open this. I think I'm gonna just keep strength rolling. Hey, Sig. Another steel! Oh my god, okay, we got it. We got it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hachan particularly weak to getting punched in the eyeball. Yeah, I love doing that to them. Love doing that to them. Honestly, Fachans have been the worst on like physical range. I don't know, you get to the point where everything is weak to Rezo and then you get like 6 Fachans and you can't do anything because they're going everywhere and they are not weak to Rezo. It's like the only enemy that is not weak to Rezo. And it's like million of them. Million! The plants are actually really comfy if you're ranged, and on a melee, apparently if you stay in like max melee or just like in out of range, you're fine to pull them. But the one that killed me before, it killed me because I wasn't, so it was hitting me quite hard, but I pulled it together with something else. So when I started actually fighting it, oh my god, another steal. The game is practically giving this to me now. I'm gonna be so embarrassed when I don't clear. Damn, look away. So I didn't have any potions to heal up. It was basically, I didn't have Bloodbath, I didn't have Second Wind, I didn't have Hyper Potion, I didn't have Shield. So basically all I was relying on is if I tick off enough health to survive. And I guess it hit me a few times too hard, so it killed me, and that was about it. I know that there's another goal that we haven't checked, but at this point I have all that I need. I have all the steals. That's all you need on a melee. I have gotten so many steals, this is crazy. So if the clear happens, it's still not like 100%. I'm not very comfortable with this floor set, so everything can happen. But if it happens and I put this on YouTube, just so you know, I will put the last time I did, I wiped on 198, and I think it was a better representation of what you do with worse items. I'm gonna put that in like a description of that video, so you can also watch that if you want to see a fail run, because I think you can learn a lot from such a run. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Touch My Squirtle. That's a funny name. We have a treasure room. And a no auto heal. No auto heal. That's fun, potentially. Oh god. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Definitely got this clear. I don't know about that. We'll see. That's not a treasure room, actually. Yeah, it's just 2 big fat dragons. Yeah, honestly, like I love watching runs that don't clear as well as those that do, because I don't know, you can learn so much from them. But it's harder to find because I think that generally, you know, it makes sense. People don't generally save their fails. I didn't for a long time. Like I have no idea how many times I failed as a machinist before I got my first clear. But now these days, whenever whenever I do get a clear, I usually have 1 or 2 runs saved that are still on Twitch somewhere. So I transfer them to YouTube, put them on unlisted, and then whenever the clear does happen, if I do have any footage of the earlier attempts, you'll find them in the description. If there is nothing in the description, then there is. I just didn't have an attempt, or it was too early, like too far away, so that it didn't get saved. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. I can't really properly focus on that right now, so I'm not reading it out loud, maybe giving it some delay, so sorry about that, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's deal with the Fachans. So currently my goal here is just to pull quickly. We are running out of steel, so I'm gonna pop it today. Run away from the other one. I don't want to deal with 2 of them. Of course he's coming this way. Whee! Oh, hate them. I hate them. I hate them! Arrgh, I hate them! I hate Arimans in every Final Fantasy game. And Quarrels. And Marlboros. But Fachans especially. Arimans of all kinds. They're amazing, but they're also... like, amazing design, but I hate them. This is why I fail so often. Willow, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm currently studying some materials. I'm watching a lot of Willow's runs, a lot of Aurora's runs for Sage, and I'm writing some tips to myself because I normally don't do that, and then I go in and do something super stupid that someone in the community has already solved, and I could have done better, but I didn't. So this time around, I'm taking it seriously. And the reason why I use Sight, by the way, is because if I had a landmine, I would have used it. But I don't. I don't seem to have one. Let's see. It's a no auto heal, so I wanted to try. Anyway, I find your runs very helpful, Willow. In the same sentence. Stop putting yourself down. You're the Sage Master. The Sage Supreme. The Sage. Sage. Doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm also good at putting down myself, so I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, let's go here. What is the plan? I feel like I'm gonna have too many items in the end. Okay, let's do Bicephalus. Bicephalus. He's a chef. Bye, chef. Not a bicep. Everybody thinks it's about his muscles, but it's actually about him being a double chef because of his two heads. Bicephalus. I know that chef is spelled differently, but let me have this one. Exactly. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna pop a strength. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to remember that 9 is not a boss. Here. Water. 5 floors. Okay, this is ugly, 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 ugly. This is where it's starting. This is where it's starting. It looks like a very resolutionable floor. Or is it just me? Where are all the Fachans? I think I'm gonna reso this one. Safety. I should have done it earlier. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I should have done it earlier. Okay, please do the gaze. Thank you. Oh. Anyway, I hate the raids, but I should have just waited for them to do their thing. Okay. I think I saw the wings. I saw them. There's a Fachan. There's a Fachan. This one doesn't get stunned, right? I think so. Oh my god, I can never remember. It's his other brother that does. I literally cannot ever remember. Okay, that was a bit wasteful, but hey. But hey, I did say many occasions that I'm not good at reso plays. And I had too many, I had to use something. So one thing that I do know is that 197, 8, and 9 cannot have a no knockback penalty. So I could technically double dip there, maybe. Although I don't have any flights, so I'm not sure if that will happen. But if need arises, I can do it. That's actually how I cleared my ninja run, because I had to use 4 serenities on the last 3 floors, and I had only 3 serenities. So on the last floor, I used a rage coming into the floor, and it was actually what saved my run, because it was a no item penalty. But I could rage. And yeah, I think... I hope I don't have to rely on that sort of strategy again, but we'll see. I think this run also had plenty of mistakes to learn from, though. I think. Okay, so 2 proximity enemies on the exit. That was a badly timed shield. It's very satisfying when you do it. Yeah, that was the most satisfying clear, but at the same time, if I couldn't like kill enough enemies with the rage, or if I didn't find the exit that quickly, it was like literally if the rage fell, I had nothing else to do. That was like so risky, but I'm glad that it worked out. It was incredible though, because the last 3 floors were all no item, and the 96 one was kind of ugly. It wasn't that bad, but it was like, it was double debuff. That was like a time waster. One of them being, I think, no ability. Anyway, I could have handled it, but it was like, what are the chances that a game is gonna give me 3 no items in a row, right? What are the chances, right? Well, the chances are pretty high. Oh my god, the game is practically giving this to me now. Okay, this is my last opportunity to use Alter. Wow. The steals. Where were the steals last time? I could have had it last time if I had 1 steal. 1! But the game gave me none. And now everything is like... Steal, steal, steal! How about a steal? How about I pull a gourmand on a gloom floor? I'm scared, Mom. Even with steal. Scared. I am scared. There's 1 emote for each mimic in the treasure room. Oh my god, imagine. It's possible. We don't know where they are. The game did give me several Corrigans so far, so mimics are bound to happen. I'm kind of hoping for a Corrigan treasure room. I haven't seen one of those in years. Not years, but like months. Months. That would be fun. How about some fun, game? How about you give me some fun? A little bit of fun. Ah, poorly timed shield. You see, I keep poorly timing these shields. I could do so much better. Okay, you are proximity, so you're leaving, and then I can finally go look for my my mimics that are most certainly there. Shield fail, restart roll for 1. Didn't even start this file on floor 1. Man, I'm so pissed off. Like, whenever I'm not scoring in Palace, and I wasn't scoring last 2 weeks because of my PC issues, I didn't want to put effort into scoring, only to blue screen. I get so pissed off at the existence of 50 to 150. Oh my god, it's Corrigans. It's not treasure room, but it's Corrigans. Corrigan Chong. How do you go about scoring? There is a whole different playstyle about that. Like, some of the things that are like scoreable. Hey, thank you for the follow. Is, see this map? If you uncover all of it, you get like a bonus of points. If you... Okay, I have to clear a bunch of stuff here though. If you clear a whole floor set, so all 10 floors, within 30 minutes, so in under 30 minutes, you get a bonus as well. And a pretty chunky one, so that's called like a speedrun bonus. So you have to be quick. Also, every kill is worth some points. Every chest being opened is worth some points. So you kind of want to make sure that you kill as many enemies as possible in that time allotted. And also to open as many chests as possible. That knight is going to be a nightmare. He doesn't move. So that's kind of it. You don't want to die because that takes a lot of points. Usually people who score really well, they're gonna pull like a lot of enemies, like all of the enemies on the first, I don't know, 100 floors, 150 sometimes, depending on the job. And then like kill literally everything on the floor. If you can do it in 30 minutes, great. If you can't, then you stay a whole hour. Yeah, it's like... Okay, I need to kill this guy. I think this will be painful though. Oh my god, now the other one moved. Come on. Oh, you're resisting the stun? That's fun. Please move. I don't want to kill the other one now. Well, I think this is the best I'm gonna get. The problem is I don't have witching. I will have second wind in 14 seconds. Okay, there we go. Do I open this? No. Yes. Oh, fuck. Man, no, greed. Why greed? I was like, why? Why? I didn't need to. So much greed. Now the night mood. I mean, generally, yes, but I don't need to. Like, look at my items. I'm out of here. And now this mimic is gonna make me regret it. Okay, like, really regret it. Oh my god. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm dead. Like, actually dead. I didn't see that one. Where did you come from? What the fuck? What the fuck? Where did that come from? How close was he? What the heck? I was like, why am I dying so much? Okay, well, no more chests. We are, we're raging into the next floor, I think. Are we? Yeah, I think we are. Okay, let me just think about it. We have 2 steals. I can pair them with rezos. If I rage into the next floor, I will get some kills. Then we can rezo a lot of the 98 and 99 we can rage. I think that's a fair play, and I think I can affluence. I'm going to steal. Let me just wait this off, and then I'll probably rage these 2 and take it into the next floor. I think I'm gonna do that. Because I don't want to deal with a mimic here again. I don't have a raising us anymore. But that knight, I have no idea where he came from. Like literally where? How close was he to the bridge? I thought I was completely safe. He just appeared. Oh my god, I didn't steal. That didn't even aggro. Yeah, respawn, but I was on the bridge. I didn't steal. That's a bad thing. I didn't steal. I wanted to steal. Oh shit. This is not that great. Okay. That's not the right way. Oh, fuck. Okay. Please. Oh my god. Of course, but he's gonna move towards me when he's not supposed to. Please, please. If I'd stealed, I would have been more fine, but it is what it is. Let me check that chest in the initial room. And let me steal now. I can't believe that knight just appeared out of nowhere. I mean, it definitely wasn't out of nowhere, but... I probably could have seen him, but it felt like I was in the middle of a hallway. Maybe I was walking too far away. I'm gonna have to check what happened there later. I did not expect that knight to be there at all. That was weird. We did get several kills, so far so good. But yeah. It's getting a bit more risky as the further we go. I know I can stun the thingy, but I think I'm just gonna move and harp. Because I want some room. Did you pick up another rage? No, I had another rage. I had two. That's why I used one. I thought the mimic... So, also the mimic seemed like he wasn't gonna aggro me when I stepped into the key, which is weird. Okay, so let's go. We have Serenity for the next 2 floors. We have Rage. We have... It should be fine. One thing that can't kill me is Rezo plays because I do not have a raising. I don't know. That's bad. Okay. I want to try and use rage on the next floor. That's what I want, because I'm scared of the next floor. I want to get to 99. I think I'm here going to Rezo. Where's the exit? Front. Should be fine. Should be fine. I'm not opening any chests anymore. Fuck it. So I'm just waiting for that guy to get closer. Keepers are scary. This is why I wanted to have a steal for... Okay, these guys are stunnable, just gourmands. This guy isn't. A lot of keepers. But I want to get... Okay. Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much for the follow. I am unable to process stuff like that right now. Sorry. So I think I'll be able to pass. So, okay, there we go. I wanted him to move just so I can see. I have an extra rezo. I can use it now, and I might if this is not enough. But yeah, okay. What I wanted was get out of here and get here. Okay, so yeah. Do I? I do. I will rezo. Probably this guy. Hope the knight doesn't move. And then these guys. Oh god. Okay, thank god we're out. Keep it for a bit. The ground target, yeah. There are some macros. I personally don't use any though because I use mouse. I have that setting that you can just click twice so it immediately goes to that point. Oh, you have a Serenity? Yeah, I do. Okay, we're out. This, I'm going to do this. I'm going to... I'm going to Serenity, yeah. Okay. Okay, the exit is very far away, so I want to actually check it. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, there's a treasure room. I thought so. I thought there would be. Okay, so what I want to get closer. I want to make sure that... Oh, fuck it. Okay. Thank God for sprint. I want to make sure that I can do this. There's a lot of wraiths. And this is gonna be difficult. I will steal, so whatever. Bloodbath as well, and let's go. So the problem here is the wraiths, so I want to get rid of the keeper. And the problem is a lot of the proximity enemies on the exit. Everything is proximity here. So I do want to get rid of the wraiths. My god, 4 wraiths. Oh my god, we're out. We are out! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We are out! We're out! We're out! We're out! Let's go! Oh my god! Let's go! Chunker boy! Da 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 da! Oh my god, we did it! Woohoo! That was... Oh, that was... Look at my items. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Oh my god. Dude, oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much for the follow. Another fire crest? What is going on with the universe? I don't want the fire crest. But hey, we did it. Now I have 2 fire crests. I can actually exchange them for a pumpkin.